The Wild Wild West.
Step up, Rick. Yes, sir.
Somebody go get the ass kicked. Somebody go get the wheel licked. Somebody go get the wheel licked.
You know one more?
Hey everybody, how are you?
The Patreon.
Welcome to the Patreon.
Lemaire, can't believe he smashed that 10 reps in a row.
Lemaire repped 265 10 times.
10 fucking times.
Like it was nothing.
Then he hopped up off the bench and fucking clean pressed it.
Yeah.
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 Lemaire, that was admirable, bro.
It was an admirable attempt.
Seriously. Yeah. Getting it off the bench was huge.
Yeah.
Seriously. I'm not
That was
gonna
good.
lie.
I
That's
didn't
my
choke
least
myself.
favorite part.
That
man,
loud
lifting off
fart was embarrassing.
bench. When you shat
The
yourself.
fart heard around the world.
when you quickly shat yourself after failing.
That ghastly fart in front of those beautiful women in the gymnasium.
Yeah, that lady was pissed off too.
Was,
The one
She was
yeah.
a beautiful lady, and she was just like, "What the fuck?" I mean, to be fair,
What are these five freaks doing?
what are these
in my
five
gym?
fucking alphas doing invading my fucking space?
What are these hatted men doing in my? What are these five men in hats? Here come the men in hats.
Lemaire, you'll get that. You'll be there in no time.
Lemaire, if you decided to bench, you could do it easily.
Dude, I'm gonna do it.
But again, that was the whole crux of the entire discussion.
Yeah.
Was that you haven't tried benching at all. So
No.
to just arrogantly say I can do it.
I could have did 240.
Well,
240,
if ifs
260.
and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a
know.
wonderful Christmas.
Yeah. I'll accept my full L's.
I mean,
all
dude,
weekend.
it was still
They're
surprising.
not- come on, man. These are all lessons.
If we had this country had better leaders, dude, you could have fucking done that.
yeah.
Obama.
Yeah,
When Obama was in office, you could have got it.
you
Yeah,
think so?
the fitness test. Yeah.
Definitely.
His
Did he
test
do the
meant
presidential
something.
fitness test? Is his Michelle still care about fat kids?
I hope so.
Wasn't she like?
She ruined school lunch.
I'd be curious to see if she's still.
Yeah, her whole thing was she just destroyed school lunch.
Yeah. What do they? I don't think. Does anyone still like adhere to that? I think lunch is still fucking popping.
No,
Still
lunch is
chicken
bad.
tendies.
Lunch is still popping, dude.
It's still
School
tendies,
lunch
yeah.
is so good.
My
Yeah,
high
they
school
brought
never
in- I don't
care what
had
people
chicken
say, dude.
tendies.
Yeah, they brought broccoli in. Nobody ate it, and they were
Yeah,
like,
you remember French bread pizza day? Let's go.
we had those real Zaz coming to the school.
Yeah, we'd have Dynamos. Pizza day. You had to pay $1 to get a slice, and I
Yep.
always forgot my fucking $1. Dude.
Well, you know what happened at our school at the end? If it was third lunch, if there was leftover pizza, they would go 25-cent slices. And I used to go, brothers hold out, and I would do a nice line and wait till it was 10 minutes left, and it was fucking
That's just
on.
capitalism.
Anyone who scabbed out, they'd be like, "Yo, you fucking
Yeah.
pussy." They used to piss me
It's
off.
fucking scabs.
Like, don't hold out, dude. They will release the za. Dude, you get like 4 slices for $1.
Fuck.
You have like 6 minutes to eat it. It was
yeah.
so tight. Just munch and run
Go back to class. Fart. Scream.
The stealing from lunch was so easy too.
Yeah.
That was crazy. It's crazy how easy it is.
I
to
stole
steal.
lunch my entire senior year.
Yeah.
Every day. I stole it. Yeah.
Pretty
It's
tight.
pretty big victory for me that I hold on to.
Stealing lunch.
Sometimes in my darkest hours, I lay in bed and I go, but at least I got that.
We had the grade school candy/snack cabinet you could go buy from when we were like older, and we used to fucking pillage.
Just
that
raid
thing.
that thing.
Oh my god!
Nice.
I used to go down to the grade school kitchen and just hit it up during the day.
Yeah.
Once I figured out there were snacks down there, I'd be like, "Yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back."
Snack time.
Munch like 2 fudge sickles, roll back to class. So fucking nasty. It was so nice.
Just come back covered in chocolate.
Yeah, there was fucking just a million popsicles in the freezer. I would go down there and be like, "Yeah, I'll help myself to 2 of these."
That's awesome.
It's awesome. It was
Did
the
anybody
best.
ever catch you?
Never got busted.
Nice.
I
Did you
didn't
tell
get-
your boys about it?
Yeah, dude, I told them all.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I used to figure out sick shit, and then I tell my boys, and they would pig and ruin it. And I'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck. Dude, the school pretzels, I could go down there in the morning, I could munch a pretzel. I know what time the pretzels came. Dude, it was a fucked up thing to see one sad kid in class being like, I didn't get mine. I'd
Yeah.
be like, that's because I fucking munched it at
'cause
9:30, dude.
It's because I had 7 fucking pretzels at 8
That's because
a.m.
I fucking munched, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. Dude, oh, that was the best.
I think my favorite lunch was walking tacos.
What?
I just put taco meat in a bag of Fritos. Be like, here's your lunch. I'd be like,
They gave you guys
jackpot,
Chi-Chis, dude.
Jackpot.
You have prison food.
Yeah.
Damn, that's kind of nice.
That was big. Obviously, pizza day was huge.
Yeah, I mean, school pizza day, dude. When you didn't get pizza day and you're eating a soggy peanut butter and jelly, looking at your bros, just
Your
like
stupid mom packed you a fucking turkey sandwich.
you see your friend's mom chaperoning, you're like, dude, have pity on my
Yeah.
wretched state, dude. Throw me a slice,
Please.
fucking please,
dude.
please, man.
the dynamos. Just one dynamos.
Dude, the best is when they used to do a thing in school where I got busted snacking in class. I told you, you know what I was doing. I had a carton of Flavor Blasted Goldfish in my desk. I moved my books
Bro.
out of the way. It was on tap.
CCD was, we were pillagers.
Yeah, I should take them. I would take
You
them
would
away.
have to. The CCD kids would come in and just, it's
Dude.
time to munch the public school kids.
Well, dude, it was
Secret gushers.
I was snacking so hard that they took
Catholic
all the
school
lunches. We couldn't have lunch at all in our desk. So they used to put the lunches in a fucking bin, and my cousin would sit in the back and just pick sandwiches out, take a bite, and put them back. And then kids would come to lunch and be like, "What the hell?" Imagine seeing that's like jarring.
Yeah.
You saw like a large human bite out of your sandwich.
Yeah.
You sat down and
I'd say
lunch.
my mom is fucked up.
My mom's an asshole.
My mom's like sending me real weird, passive aggressive. She's dominating me.
No, it was nice though.
Anyway, what else is going on? I'm a little tired.
I'm
I
sleepy.
don't know why. This is a little sleepy Patreon.
No, just like we had big weekends, dude.
We had a big weekend.
Big fucking weekends. I got my copies back. I'm going.
You're itching to watch them.
Maybe it's not good. I saw 5
it'll be
minutes. I
good.
went, that's not that funny.
It is.
That's not that funny.
They'll edit it. It'll
What the
look
hell
good.
was I think? No, it's
Yeah.
fine. It is funny though how quickly you hate it. You're like, this could be just all a huge mistake.
Yeah.
So it'll all just be a huge.
First time
mistake.
I saw mine, I was like, I'm not putting this out.
Yeah.
And then I watched it with one other person and they laughed and I was like, thank God. It's
Yeah,
good.
that's that
I watched it by
sense.
myself and I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's yeah.
Dude, the hell's going on with me? I'm thinking about literally 2 things right now. It's RFK and Jamie Foxx. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Jamie
RFK, I
Foxx,
think, is anti-nuclear though. Nuclear power.
that's
I don't
fine.
like that.
That's fine. It's expensive, dude.
I'm pro-nuclear.
It's so fucking expensive.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, it's actually more expensive to keep those things. Everyone says it's cheap. Those things are really expensive to keep those things running. And we haven't. It's not. Everyone says like this new. We're good now. It's like yeah, said everyone before.
What do you
Things
mean?
melt it down. They're like this is Gen 2 nuclear. It's good. It's like
Oh,
what you guys just called it Gen 2 after fucking blowing up 5 times.
I don't know. I'm a big Oliver Stone guy.
Ollie
He
Stone.
went on Rogies and was like, they're bullshitting.
He said nuclear-
Chernobyl that's not what happened.
What happened?
I don't know. He said a lot less people died than they tried to act.
Really?
Yeah, Oliver Stone's all over it.
It could be.
Forget how he was saying Chernobyl though. It bothered me. Made me not want to side with him.
Chernobyl.
Yeah, he was saying it fucked
He
up.
like Chernobyl.
Yeah, he loves Russia.
Does he really?
Yeah,
Oliver Stone.
yeah, he was always pro Putin. He like did the Putin interviews. He loves that boy.
Yeah, I mean they call him a homicidal maniac.
Yeah, some people.
He's a homicidal maniac.
He's a homicidal dude.
I mean, they could do that for every country, though. To be fair,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a Russophile, but they can literally take the leader of every country and be like the guy's a homicidal maniac. They can call Obama, a guy who's a homicidal maniac.
Obama.
Although, doesn't he like kill journalists and shit allegedly?
Yeah,
Putin. How many presidents of the United States do you think killed journalists?
I know Trump dog didn't.
He-
Those boys are running wild on him.
True, yeah.
That all right. I hate to get political.
That would have been whack-a-mole.
Nothing bothers me more than the way the journalists are treating the Democrats versus how every press conference with Trump was like, "Excuse me, did you fucking do that?"
Yeah.
With these people, they're just like, "Yes, yes." Then one guy, this one African guy, keeps going ham in there, and the other journalists shout him down and are like, "Shut up, the lady's talking." It's like, you guys screamed every single time.
with the African guys going
There's an
ham.
African guy going hard at the Dems.
Oh,
And
really?
all the white journalists shout him down.
What the hell?
Yeah. It's
That's
John.
fun.
You got something?
Did you see the CNN thing about the guy who put it together? He's in trouble because like they're like CNN is trying to get more views by using Trump, but they're not like because of the town hall thing. They're like lobbying him. They're like easing,
Yeah.
and he still owned them while during the town hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
Isn't,
yeah.
isn't CNN's like primetime viewership like 500,000 people or something?
Yeah, I don't think it's much.
No. That's why they're curtailing to Trump now.
They need him, bro.
They need him.
But also,
Yeah.
I honestly think he lost his fucking. It's like when McGregor got knocked out. It's like, yeah, he's like a
Yeah,
mere
I see
mortal,
it.
and it's just like, yeah, he's just a guy.
Biden's Nate Diaz.
Biden is Diaz. Yeah, Trump's lost his mystique. If I'm being honest, I think he's lost his mystique.
Did you watch that town hall?
No, I didn't see it. Was he nasty as hell?
Bro, it was a bloodbath.
What?
They put him in front of his fans. The whole crowd was pro-Trump. And then just one CNN lady trying to grill him and like be like snarky. And he was just like, you're a fucking nasty woman. And the crowd was like, oh,
What?
surprise, surprise. The king is back.
So they set him up on basically home turf and came.
They
and
put
being
him on
like,
home
"You're an
turf."
asshole.
Yeah. And just had a
He was
lady.
like, your mom's
just,
a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Just a lady up there trying to fucking get him on everything. If it was a CNN crowd, it would have worked.
Yeah, true.
But it was just Trump dogs in the crowd. It was really actually unfair. They did that to that lady.
That's crazy.
And then like she had to keep her cool liberal integrity and be like, I sat up there with him. I made fun of him. It's
Yeah.
like, no, you didn't. You got dominated.
Yeah.
You
That's,
got dominated.
that's pretty embarrassing. They can't snag 1 million viewers.
They have 122,000 viewers.
What's
We're
up?
better. We're better.
Yeah, it's
Bigger
crazy.
than CNN.
Significantly bigger than
And Fox
CNN.
News is only 300K.
Wait, no. Well, now that they let go of Tuck was
I guess
grabbing
so,
like
yeah.
2 million people.
This is of February this year from
Ooh,
Forbes.
back when Tuck Dog was still there.
Tuck was snagging 2 mil primetime.
Yeah, maybe.
Gutfeld's the king of late night.
You might have some Russian disinfo.
I could have this information. Yeah,
I could be wrong, but I thought Tuck was grabbing 2 mil a night.
I believe it. And Gutfeld too. He's the king of late night.
He was the
Gutfeld's.
king of late
He
night.
crushes every late night show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fox will keep living.
Dude, how pissed you guys that because of the writer's strike, we're not getting any new late night shows.
Haven't
I don't know how to
fucking
go on
noticed.
without my sweet Colbert.
Dude. So
I
they
need to
don't. What are
watch
they
it.
playing instead of those guys?
Probably reruns.
Didn't notice, brother.
Yeah,
I hate
of
to
course.
break it to those right tours, dude. That's a sacred. Huh? Oh God! Did I ever show you
the
that?
video
What?
of them trying to make
The
content?
right tours try to make a YouTube of them like doing their own monologues, bro. So,
It's AI, dude.
dude,
It's
honestly,
AI.
I watched it. It
Dude,
it was bad as hell.
Imagine the monologue without any of those guys' charisma. Say
Yeah.
what you want about those guys, Jimmy Fallon, Colbert, all those guys.
Kim,
They are charismatic guys.
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
fun.
for
There was
sure.
a time they were great. Fallon,
they got captured.
They got captured.
But yeah, no, dude, the fucking
Imagine that with-
I loved Jimmy Kimmel. I
He
used
was
to
hilarious,
love
dude.
that guy.
He
The
was
Man
hilarious.
Show,
Yeah.
and he had his own show. I'm like, this is cool. And
He was
then
always
slowly
funny.
but surely, I went, what the freaking heck?
Yeah. Well, you got older.
I thought you loved big fucking boobs, dude,
Yeah.
and like man stuff.
Chugging beer and boobs.
Yeah, dude.
What about happened? Girls on trampolines?
To be fair to him, bro, he got
Scared
the
bag,
mega
dude. He
satchel.
scared the bag.
He got the mega satchel, and it was like, yeah. And I could see that though. If you're like, if you all of a sudden are in like the LA absolute,
Of course.
just being like, yeah, and that is fucking bullshit. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know about those bros. I know that I saw that writer strike video. Dude, it was so bad that I went and chat GBT'd write me jokes about the
Yeah.
writer strike. Dude, they're not that far ahead of chat GPT.
Yeah.
Those bros.
That's why they're fucking striking. They're like,
Yeah.
don't you dare. Don't you dare.
They need a fucking iRobot, dude. They need to do something
I am
else.
not a robot.
Dude, I'm telling you,
I am a man.
dude, I'll bring it up again because the first time I did it, they were like better. And I think ChatGPT was like, oh shit, I see what's going on here. Watch. Write me a late night monologue of jokes about the writer strike.
I'm surprised ChatGPT will do that.
It does.
It's usually very liberal. It'll be like,
Well,
making fun of strikes is not funny. That is hateful.
yeah, dude, the first time they were a little bit better. First off, did you hear about the writer who went on strike? He's now working as a crossing guard. He said it's the only way he can get his words to stop crossing the picket line. That sucks.
It's an applause break on late night.
Dude, I'm telling you, I watched that thing completely unmoved, and then I went to ChatGPT and I went, "It's not that different, dude. It's really not that different." It's like these idiots think they can replace us. And it's like, no, they can probably just
Oh, yeah, definitely.
pay less people who are better more.
Yeah.
You know, Yeah, I walked past Apple yesterday and they tried to hit me with the literature, and I was just like,
The
guys,
writer's strike?
yeah.
At,
At Apple, I walked
on the
past
street?
Apple. Yeah, they're on the street. I'm like, yo, guys, I hate to break it to you, but writing's a sacred fucking activity, and please don't bring money into this. Don't desecrate what's probably the most sacred act people can do.
yeah.
So please don't do that. You should do it because you love it, bro.
Where is going?
It's too sacred, bro. When you start bringing in all this money and like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like you guys are greedy. Give me more money. It's like, all right, I can't pay a livable wage. It's like, well, then go fucking push a broom, bro. Like, I'd like to get paid $90,000 to farting around in a room. You know, I'd like to, but I had to fucking fight, dude. I had to fight it out. No one was giving me money to fucking have a hobby, dude. You know, it took years of blood, sweat, and tears. I could have gotten killed. Could have got jailed and arrested.
Yeah.
I didn't go and fucking cry. I mean, I cried a bunch
Yeah, I
of
was
times.
going to say. Another lie.
For me, it is fun. It is funny.
Neither of us cried our whole careers.
No. I just like to oppose it. It's just fun to be like,
course.
yeah, fucking bullshit. Right, strike,
Yeah, quit your
bullshit.
goddamn bellyache and get back in there and write those fucking bad jokes.
Or just write funny jokes. They might get paid if they wrote funny jokes. You'd be surprised. The market might go, hold up.
Yeah.
The guy writes White Lotus by himself. One man show.
Really?
Say, hey, could you use 10 fat dorks? He's like, nah, I'm good, dude.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm all set. I don't need 10 fat crybabies. I'll write this by myself.
Are you sure you don't want any rich kids with hyphenated last names that are going to absolutely cause problems? You sure you don't want that?
Yeah, that is crazy that they're able to strike for this long. It's like, dude, if you guys were the down and out beatniks you say you are, like, it's a month, bro. You guys haven't gotten paid. What the hell? How the hell are you guys doing that? No, I'm joshing, man.
It's good, Josh.
I hope everyone's having a good time.
I hope they get paid.
It does strike me as like very rich kids being like, I deserve more money for my funny skills.
There's a part of me that's like, are you sure you guys aren't just cosplaying as communists again?
Yeah.
Are you guys pretending to be communists again?
I think so. Because they were like, I walked by them.
comrades again.
They're like, hey, do you have a second to hear about the right? And it's like, dude, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm doing stuff.
No.
I can't think of a thing I care about less. I really don't care about the writer's
Then
strike.
late night writers' wages.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm with you.
I genuinely don't.
I care about
I'm
the
thinking about kids
NFL
in cages.
cheerleaders. They need to strike.
Kids in cages. NFL cheerleaders, you
They
get
get like
paid more.
fucking drink tickets.
Do they really?
They get jack shit, dude.
Yeah, but also though they're getting
They get their prime. They're the closest to the suck, dude. If they suck one of those guys, they're set.
that's what I'm saying. They're right near the vacuum machine of just being
Yeah.
like
They're interns.
they can get like bank sucked right out of a small town.
What? You're looking at cheerleaders' wages? It's hilarious.
$5 an hour.
Yeah.
They get minimum wage,
It's below
That's
minimum
below.
wage.
They don't get shit, dude.
but they get a chance. No, they get a chance to fucking be queens.
They
dude.
get a chance, yeah.
They get a chance to be
You can
queens.
suck
dude.
Donovan McNabb.
The highest paid one gets 75K.
75K? That's not bad.
That's if they do all the. That's if they do all the playoffs and the Super Bowl. That's
Damn, your team has to make the Super Bowl. If you
Yeah.
get
That's why they're always going nuts when they make it.
true.
I was wondering why. I was like, these guys don't know
When
shit
their
about
husbands
sports.
and boyfriends bring them to the fucking Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah, that's well, yeah. What about them? What about I'm gonna get them paid first.
Yeah.
I need to get women's soccer paid more. That's a fucking travesty.
Oh, that's pissing me off.
That's
They need
ridiculous.
more.
Do you know they lost to like multiple high school boys teams? Like that's happened
Yeah.
multiple times.
Anytime they scrimmage, they get rocked.
Why do they keep doing it?
I don't know.
Dude, the guy. Did you see like the post game when the coach came out and was like, they played well. That team they were just moving as one, and that was a tough loss. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
stop. Just be like, yeah, we were fucking around.
Yeah, we lost to Lancaster Catholic. 8-1. God damn.
Yeah, I just I have zero patience for the writer's strike. I really do. It's just like
I guess I don't know enough about it, but my gut instinct immediately is just like,
no,
nah.
the execs are being greedy. Here's my main beef with it. It's like
I doubt that.
here's the thing. They also just sucked up the corporations for 2 fucking years.
Yeah.
They were the same guys being like, all these fucking guys are talking shit, these weird fringe, blah, blah. And then they're like, hey, where's our money? And it's like, yeah, you dumbasses, you sided with
Yeah,
the
the
corpse.
ones you were. Yeah.
They sided with the corpse.
Whoa, I never thought
They
of
were
it like
suckling
that.
the fucking tea to the corpse and throwing everyone down who was like trying to go against it. Now they're like, we need more money.
Yeah.
It's like,
Ask Pfizer
fuck
for it,
you
dude.
guys. Yeah, exactly.
Ask
exactly.
Daddy Pfizer for it.
Ask your fucking overlords, dude. They chewed you up and spat you guys out.
I like it.
Now they're fucking crying. I have no patience for it.
I like it. You got me on board.
Yeah, I have no patience for that. You guys went and just smeared any dissident voices going against power.
Yeah.
And they said, this guy thinks.
Yeah.
And then he said, wait a second, where's my money? And the guy said, thanks, but no thanks, dumbass, and kicked you in the fucking well.
I went home and my uncle was unvaxxed, and I was like, you piece of shit. You should literally be put into a fucking furnace. Good one. Fire it up, dude.
And they finally went like, hey, wait, what am I making? That's not enough.
That's not enough to bash anybody that disagrees with me.
No, I hope they resolve it. I don't know, man. I mean, they will resolve it. They're going to give him a little more.
Yeah.
They wanted, it sounded crazy. They were like, we want, oh man, I wish I remember the percentage, but it was
I
like,
thought one of the big things was no GPT.
what do you mean no? How are they going to stop it? They
Like,
want
you can't
everyone to
use it.
stop AI?
They want you to stop using it for writing.
If you're worried about that, you're not good enough,
No
bro.
shit.
Yeah, if you're worried about it, you just saw that joke I read.
The Directors Guild was also going to go on strike, but they solved their strike like yesterday. But it's the same terms that the writers want, like no AI. money
Nowadays, these
moves.
movies sure seem like AI.
Yeah,
Fast and Furious
yeah.
10.
11's going to be with The Rock. It's going to be AI.
They're
for
making
sure.
11?
Yeah, Hobbs is back, dude.
I was hoping he'd come back.
Yeah,
You're talking about Fast 11 now?
Yeah,
They're going to do that without the
Fast
writers?
10 Part 2.
Someone's going to break
Oh,
the
yeah, they
strike.
broke it
It's
in.
Fast 10 Part 2. Yeah,
Wait, Fast? What?
Yeah.
What was the cliffhanger?
Probably
I don't
literally
know.
a cliffhanger.
yeah.
Probably a car hung on a cliff.
What if a fucking helicopter
and then
ran
the
into an
credits
army
rolled.
tank and then
Yeah.
someone ramped over it with a fucking dirt bike? And then
When
the
you put it
girl,
like that,
that'd be pretty nice, actually.
I would like to see it.
That's actually, yeah, with CG. Yeah,
I
that,
might have to get into Fast and Furious. It's been a while. It's been a while.
I mean, here's the thing, too.
After
There's
Tokyo Drift, I was done.
there's so many good movies. It's like, I could go 5 years just catching up on movies I've never seen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wish him the best, man. I don't want any artist to suffer, but it's like, bro, if nobody wants to pay you, you got to get creative, bro. You got to use that God-given gift, dude, that you're demanding money
Yeah, that
for.
light that God gave you that's inside you.
And get super creative.
Your corporate overlords, they cannot take, no matter what.
True.
It's your light to give.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what it's all about, you know. But, you know, it's just me.
My dad voted for Donald Trump, and I was like, we should fucking hang you. You fucking pig racist. Stop gentrifying. I've lived in Brooklyn for 3 years.
Yeah, that is weird. That is another weird one. It's like
Yeah.
the fucking gentrifying. It's like, you are.
You are.
And also, my thing is like, what are you going to not move around black people? What is the other move?
Yeah.
Be like, I would never move there. There are too many black people and I don't want to gentrify it.
Yeah.
You're fucked either way. You just got to get in where you fit in, bro.
I
Stop
move
worrying
in,
about
the prices are going to go up because I'm such a good person.
Yeah.
And I'm so fucking rich.
Yeah, but that is weird though. 'Cause it's like, if you're against gentrifying, like, I guess what you have to do is like what do you do then? Should all white people live in like rural areas and just fucking? It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. I was complaining to Brittany about this the other day. I was like, no matter what you do, you're fucking getting bitched at.
You got a point.
You know?
Yeah.
What can you do? But yeah, you know, again, swift resolve to the writer's strike. My heart's with you guys.
Our heart goes out.
I hope you guys get it. Although,
We hope you get the world.
Here's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, man. I saw that one YouTube, and obviously it doesn't reflect on every single writer, obviously, but it's like, step up the fucking game. Bring the
Yeah.
thunder, dude. I saw
Yeah.
that one I saw. I was like, this, guys, dude.
I can't wait to watch.
guys,
Wait, can we pause?
Yeah, let's
pause.
wa- I want to
I
watch
want
it.
to see it.
I'll get it.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, soul sucking. That's crazy.
That was tough.
We on?
Yeah.
I told you, man.
That was bad.
Yeah, that's bad stuff. Again,
I would have never guessed.
that it was that wicked.
Yeah.
Man, see, if you watch late night, it's not much better than that.
No. But that was terrible. That was like a high school fucking project.
Dude, so I watched that and I chat GBT and it's like, bro, that's not that far.
Yeah,
not that far
for sure.
off. It's not, again,
ChatGPT could have come up with that easy.
Yeah, and it could eventually break that up of like those guys. Although they're asking for 2% of, I think it was I looked it up. Yeah, profits.
Right?
Yeah, which would. So
Yeah.
I think the
What? I know. 2%, whatever.
2%. It comes out to, I think they'd all get. I think there's 45. I could be wrong. I think there's 4,500 members of the Writers Guild, so they'd each get a $17,000 a year raise.
That's not that much. That's fair.
Yeah.
For them not to use AI, that's fair. The company should take that hit.
But, I mean, why don't they just use AI? They should use AI. They should, if they can like sketch out, if they want to, they can. You can't stop somebody from using something that might be useful. You have to be more useful than it. So it's like if they can do it with the push of a button, it's like, bro, you don't get to do that anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know. So
I mean, yeah, that's the point of a union, though.
Yeah.
Striking. That's how you try to prevent that.
yeah, true. Yeah, like,
But 2%.
yeah, it's 2%. The number was staggering. I was like, holy shit, that's like hundreds of millions or whatever it was. But then I saw it and I went, $17,000 a year raise. I was like, it's not that bad. But then here's the thing: the writers will go use ChatGPT themselves. They're gonna go use it.
I don't know. Those two that I just saw, that's natural. They're all natty. There's no way they're coming up with those. A robot can't come up with that.
True. But you can use it for a first draft. It'll give you
Feigning
something.
fear of a demagogue.
True.
I don't think a ChatGPT is coming up with that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it unfolds. I think they're gonna do it to whatchamacallit. They'll do it just for like, 'cause they'll start seeing like, yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
You know, we have to do it for optics. But although they might not. It is funny too, them being like, yeah, we love everyone. They're like, wait, what do you guys want? They want money. They're like, oh no, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ, no.
It's Pride Month.
We're a corporation.
Sorry. We spent all our money on fucking rainbow stickers.
True that.
4,500 people are in the Writers Guild.
Yeah, I think so. 4,500.
Give them the bread, bro.
Break them off, yeah.
Break them off. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, of course. It wouldn't bother me to break them off, but also it's like, you know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right that they're replaceable.
Yeah.
If you're replaceable by ChatGPT right now,
you're gone. That's a fair, for me.
Hasta luego.
Yeah, that's a fair thing to be like,
Yeah.
bro, if you like script, like here, this should be the thing. You write a script, ChatGPT writes a script. If it's better than yours, you don't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's gonna, dude. I've talked to people who have jobs where they like write articles and shit, and they're like, bro, I use apps. I'm supposed to be there for 40 hours a week. He goes, I get my whole week's worth of work done.
Yeah.
He's like, I just proofread what they give me and I kind of tweak it.
I'd be with the umps if they striked against, if they try to get replaced by robots. I don't like that. I like a good bad ump. I like an ump just fucking up a strike zone. It's great. That's what makes baseball baseball. That's what makes late night.
True.
Just everyone just horrible jokes
Stinky
called a
jokes.
strike.
True, yeah.
Just hits the batter. They're like, steak. Another good one. We got another one right down the middle.
I think now it's just kind of like it's just something to lend credit to like certain corporate agendas. Like the late night show is not there to like even specifically be that funny. It's just there to kind of get young people to be like, yeah, that is what's cool right now.
I don't even think anybody's watching those fucking things.
They clip them up and put them out on like social media, I think.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But no, nobody stays up and watches those.
Yeah.
There's no way. I don't even know what channel they're on.
Occasionally I've seen it. It's as jarring as watching, like, I've stayed up late and seen like those pastors.
Yeah.
The money. It's just as, I'm like, holy shit. I remember the first time I watched one of those pastors, I was like, dude, there's no way this is real.
Yeah, true.
I thought people were joking about this.
How
They're
crazy it is?
exactly that crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you put a little money aside, it plants a seed.
Yeah.
Send us your seeds. We'll plant them. Give us a little money. All your dreams are going to come true.
Yeah, true. Like, yeah, it's the wishing well. It's
Yeah.
like, that's raise his glory.
Raise his glory with a $10 donation.
Yeah.
You will be saved. Are you down on your luck? It's like, yeah, dude. It's 3 a.m. Shit's
that?
not going well.
You have tumors? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Give
We
us
had a
five-
lady with tumors once. She sent us $20. No more fucking tumors.
I know. It is.
Just
It is
saying.
nice to. I mean, it's not nice, but it's kind of interesting to think about. You can do like the most like obvious, like deplorable type of content, and it's so rewarding. Like if you sat there and were like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Oh my god, it's getting. Like, there's enough people to be like, fuck it.
Is your mother sick? Just watching TV. No way. Send me $10. She's gonna be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like I said, I don't want to be a negative Nancy on those guys. I just like there is a changing. The reality is changing like pretty viciously. You know, but there. To be fair, it's going to be a lot of jobs are going to start going by the wayside. Within, you know, we'll all be able to retire and stuff, but like, you know, 50, 60 years from now,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff is going to go by the wayside. I mean, it's nothing profound. It's just
I'm sure.
they'll replace a lot of. They'll be able to do like a thing where you can just tape off a room and paint bomb. It's like, psh.
That'll
You
be
could
neat.
probably do that now. Actually, that'd be pretty
Yeah,
sick.
you could do that.
I talked to automation about Spud. I talked to Spud a lot about like what you can automate painting and what you can't. But yeah, I mean, you could get a little fucking roller on a rope. You could do a Roomba painter.
Yeah.
Just have it go cut out.
That's nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jobs that are going to be replaced by this. Everyone's slowed down, dude. After
Yeah.
that bench, the squad is moving slow.
True. But here's
I
the
looked
thing.
out, saw 3 sleepy boys, dude.
Well, dude, if people are gonna figure out how to like if you took yourself, the main driver for people is pretty much like competition through earnings, and if a lot of that goes, people have to now start peacocking for like on how they chill. It might be headed that way, and it's not necessarily a terrible thing. If you had to peacock the chill, now it's just
people
like
wouldn't believe the chill.
it's the band.
If I was allowed to peacock about the
peacock
chill,
the chill, that's what I'm saying.
5 straight hours of Company of Heroes 3 on my Xbox. I'm like, holy shit, it's 4 a.m.
Damn, there's this girls outside like,
Yeah, people would be like, this guy chills unbelievable. His
Yeah.
chill is off the charts, dude.
yeah. Well, I mean, dude, because it is human nature. It's like babes are going to go. Obviously, babes are going to go towards the cheerleaders will cheerlead for
The guy who's
access to
chilling
the
most.
fucking the bros.
Yeah.
The dudes pushing like the big time Benzes and G wagons. Chicks are going to notice that. It's like baked
Yeah.
into their DNA. If that becomes only like 10 dudes who can do that, dudes are going to have to be fucking. Oh my darling,
Resourceful.
hello my darling. You know,
That's how you got to the
yeah.
vaudeville days.
They might come back.
You have
to
to
that.
showboat.
It might come back to big
We're
time
all
shit.
poor. You have to be like, baby.
Yeah,
Then you get to eat some pussy. You get to eat some poor pussy.
True.
What's better than that? Piece of poor pussy pie.
My God.
I love a good poor woman.
Just a little hole in the wall.
Yeah,
little hole in the
little
wall
dive
spot.
bar.
Yeah, I don't want to be shitty about it, but I do think about that a lot, and I'm like, it is going to change, and it'll be very interesting to see.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
No.
There's nothing I can do.
True.
They're gonna, Jesus Christ.
You can employ these writers.
Yeah, I need those writers, and I'm gonna sit them back there. I go, quick, give me one. That's shit.
Chewbacca. I love Chewbacca because I'm like a nerd.
Yeah.
You should just laugh at the fact that I'm telling you I'm like a nerd.
They got
Nice one, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. He bombed. What else you got? I'm fucking dying, dude.
Trump's actually a huge fucking asshole.
Trump's a fucking ass. It's not working. Nothing you're saying is working. I need help. It's like when the TV host did late night just on Zoom during the pandemic. I was like, holy shit, these guys are without a laugh track. This is chaos.
Yeah, true. I didn't think about that.
And now imagine that exact thing without a laugh track, without any of the charisma. That's what we just witnessed.
We did.
We witnessed it, and it was scary.
They should have stopped Zoom late night. Someone should have stopped it. I forgot all about that. The Zoom,
Zoom
late night was like
fucking crazy.
and everyone's like, yeah, it's just me in my living room. I'm actually pretty fucking
I'm a
chill.
normal guy. Oh, that guitar back there.
They monetized the chill. They did. That was them
That was the first
monetized. The chill.
monetized chill.
They were like, yeah, you know.
Nancy Pelosi, what are you doing? Eating ice cream?
Oh shit! There goes my cat. Did you guys get that shit on camera? I have a fucking.
It's so
cat.
embarrassing.
This is crazy.
I'm just like you sack of shit. You fucking loser.
I mean,
Watching this?
dude, what could they do? There has to be. I think about this constantly. It's like, dude, if it gets so crazy and like people can't just compete, they will have to come up with a way to distribute resources so that people can at least live.
That's what the Soviets did. The plan.
The plan.
That's called the plan.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Why didn't they gamify it, dude? So you give people just enough. No one. It's nothing great.
It's really hard to do the plan.
The plan.
They just had one office building in Moscow, and it was supposed to distribute everything you can think of, every good you can think of, to every village and city in the entire Soviet Union.
True.
That's the size. It's like a third of the world.
Yeah, well, then it became the people got to say who gets what. You know, then it's obviously favors. It's like, yo, bro, I used up all my fucking grains.
Because they didn't even use money. They were using goods. Every factory would sell to the other factory. They'd like trade. They're like, we'll give you 3 cars. Give us several bushels of grain.
Yeah.
And then
you know they try to get rid of the days of the week too.
The Ruskies?
Yeah. They had a whole different thing. It was like a 10-day system. It was like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5.
Yeah, they were trying a lot of shit.
And then you would what they did was they were like, well, who cares? Like, you're working at the tire factory today. Tomorrow we're gonna send you to the egg farm. And then you'd be a household and you couldn't get to say, like, your wife would be nights, you'd be mornings, and then there'd be whole households where it was like your kid's birthday. Yeah. It's like, that's your day to work, dude. Fuck off. So it was kind of completely just like,
you do it for the comrades.
You became a fucking complete robot. So, you know, to be fair, it's like, it does suck. If you're poor, it sucks. But it's like, if everyone just has to be a robot, it's like, that also does suck.
Yeah.
To be like, no one has any say in anything.
Yeah.
It is sick to be able to go into the void and to go,
yes,
I'm not working Saturdays anymore.
Yeah. I think that was the union boys.
Yeah.
They had to get gunned down. They're like, we need weekends. They're like, shut the fuck up and get the fuck in. They're like, Saturdays are for the boys, dude. Break out the Gatling gun.
Maybe any monolithic force isn't what anyone wants, dude. You know?
I never even thought of it that way.
Maybe you can be too greedy, but also you can err on the other side. Which is
you know what else is funny? We're sitting here like, dude, be funny. This is the worst episode. You guys got to figure out how to be as funny as us.
True. We had a couple zingers in there.
We had some zings, dude. The zings were flying. Don't get me wrong, man.
Also, we're out of funny mode. Now we're more like socio-political ponder mode.
Now it's time for us to think.
It's time to big picture.
What are you thinking big picture, dude?
I mean, bro, you know where I sit right now.
What are you
been
thinking?
so inspired for RFK. I'm so inspired for RFK.
RFK rules.
He could be the one, dude. It's crazy they call him a conspiracy theorist. It's like the government murdered his family.
Yeah.
And I think his voice is fucked up from a vaccine injury. They're like, conspiracy theorist weirdo. It's like, dude, the government did kill his family.
They're like, look at this fucking great president about Biden.
And he's fucking...
They're like, that guy's a loser. This guy, whoa. See how funny Uncle Joe is, dude? He's the man. I love him.
Yeah, that's been fucking bothering me there. But also now he's claiming podcasts now, all the elections are going to be decided through podcasts. So,
well,
we'll see.
It's up to us, dude. It's up to you and me and our vote.
I know.
If I keep catching that Trump wave, watch out.
It's fair. No, that's fair.
When I saw him getting arraigned in New York, I was
true. He locked it down.
I'm voting for him.
You were in your head just fucking
done. Then like 3 days later, I was like, I don't know. Then I watched that town hall and I was like, I'm back.
Well, dude, RFK Jr. claims that Trump came out against the MMR vaccine. Trump himself apparently is on record 3 times being like, that might give people autism. Trump himself said it, a presidential candidate. He did say it, and he had brought in RFK Jr. to be on a vaccine task force. And he was like,
nice.
he's like, I mean, kind of a beast move by Trump. He's like, RFK Jr., get in here. I want you on their fucking ass. I'm going to get a whole task force. You're the head of it. And then Pfizer gave him $1 million for his campaign, and he appointed Scott Gottlieb to be part of the overseer.
He's like, I'm going to make a change here. They're like, we're going to give you $1 million. Done. Deal.
Which could have been 4D chess on Trump's part, where he was like,
oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to bring this. I'm going to fucking start amplifying this guy. And they were like, all right, dude, here's $1 million.
Yeah.
Because apparently the Dems were never able to take money from fucking pharmaceutical companies. You know who started
really?
it? No, they never did. They were all against him.
Clinton?
Obama. That was the deal with the universal health care he did, where they were like, fine, we'll give everyone health care, but governments can't negotiate with us when it comes to prices for drug or like for medications. And Obama said, you got me, goddammit.
Guys, let's make a deal on this.
And then from then on, from Obama on, the Dems have been opening up the fucking, just going, yes, money. Pretty nuts stuff.
Interesting.
Pretty nuts stuff.
When you think about it that way.
Yeah.
That's true, though. Everything you're saying.
Obama.
We could always just go back to that. That's a hit.
Yeah.
Obama.
But you know, I think it does affect people though. I think it trickles down. If there is, again, Biden did his best every time he falls, he gets stronger. But it's like, I think that does affect people's
force.
I think it affects people's moods. If they're being led by a guy, they're clearly going
They can't
like,
walk.
this guy, he doesn't represent the fucking greatness of the country, dude. I'm so
Yeah.
fired up on America right now.
That's good.
I was watching Glenn Larry talk about reparations. You know what his argument against them was? And again, I'm not trying to get like ratio political. It was him versus Christopher Hitchens, a Brit, which they're tough in debates.
Yeah.
They're like,
They are nice in
my
debates.
debating partner is a bit muddled. I respect him greatly.
Yeah.
But Glenn Larry's thing was saying, he was like, yeah, obviously it was a huge travesty. He goes, but then he goes, once you put the dollar amount on fixing it, he's like, what dollar amount are you going to put on the sale of human beings and plunder and rape, blah, blah, blah. He goes, the thing that's at stake is America's metaphysical mission of like true greatness, true equality, true freedom. He goes, that slavery was a sin against America's grand vision. He goes, which has yet to be realized. So as soon as you buy that off, he goes, you're just blown it for what it could become. Yeah, he's like, it could still become the thing that the found. It never truly became that.
Of course.
It's still in the works, dude. Everyone's like, it's decline. It's like, dude, it could hit the beautiful level.
So Biden hits that a lot.
I know, dude.
Like, come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're America. We could do it.
Dude, it could be.
He falls. You're like, God.
It
Get up,
could
Joe.
be. It's a fucking sick idea that hasn't yet been totally realized.
It would be funny for reparations if you can prove your ancestor, you can find the papers where they were purchased, you get a refund.
Yeah.
Back then, the bill was like, we'll give you 38 cents.
Ah, shit. They could do it.
fucking bucks.
Well, they could do it to.
Fuck.
They could adjust it for the time though. It'd be like $250,000. If you proved you could cash in and get $250, but that's Lowry's whole point was like, dude, it's as soon as you do this, everyone who's against it's going to go, all right, shut the fuck up now. And he was worried. He was worried that like
it's been a point for a while.
Yeah.
Watch out.
His whole thing is like you're short selling the dream.
Yeah.
He's like, America's still the dream. And he's like, obviously, it, hit a rocky patch, but he goes, the moment you get into like transactional stuff, he goes, it's over. Christopher Hitchens goes, well, why not give him a little bit of money? Why not? What would it hurt? Just give him a little bit of money. Don't be silly.
Well, you give Northern Ireland back to Ireland, Hitchens. Well, that's dirty bastard.
True. Well, that's the other thing. Then it starts being like, all right, well, once that opens up that door, it's like, all right, who else got wronged in history? Oh boy, I'm thinking.
I can think of one other group that
I'm thinking of one other group that might
eager
slam.
for some settlements.
God dang, dude.
I think they got a couple settlements.
I think so.
If I had to guess,
Kanye had to give a settlement to the squad.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of bullshit. Adidas. It was like, this is abhorrent. We totally disagree with all of his worldviews. We've severed him. We're not doing business. And they like took I think multi-$100 million loss, and they're like, we're going to donate 1% of the profits to the anti-defamation, blah, blah. I didn't even see a number. It was like, we're going to make donations to the anti-defamation.
We promise.
League. Yeah, we're going to sell all these.
Sure, you dirty Krauts.
Hitler shoes. We're going to sell Hitler shoes.
Yeah.
But we're going to give them some money. And it's like, dude, yeah, that was kind of funny how, and everyone's like this, and it just gets pumped through the news, and everyone's like, that's a great idea. Yeah. It's like they didn't give a fuck about the shit before.
Yeah.
They didn't care about any of it. They had to stop. They had to break.
That had to be tough for Adidas.
Yeah, dude.
German company. He starts going. You're just like, no.
Dude.
We got you because you were cool and black, dude. Don't fuck this up. Don't do the thing we get accused of. Fuck.
Well, they did freeze his assets, apparently. Adidas did somehow freeze Kanye West's assets. It's kind of nuts.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they got him, dude. They did freeze his assets. But
yeah, that was Apple Pay got him.
Apple Pay got him?
Gotcha.
Well, they said no more Apple Pays?
I think they locked everything.
That's crazy.
I believe. I think that was the gotcha. He lost like $2 billion in like a day.
My Apple Pay still works. Oh, thank God.
Thank God. They're going to get you, the Writers Guild's going to get all your Apple Pay. We are not robots.
They're going to get my rough drafts and be like, this sucks. I'm like, no, I'm still working on it. Dude.
Fucking shut the fuck up.
I'm still working on it. I'm not fucking crying like a baby about it.
Ran into a bro at the airport. I signed a copy of Overlook.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's like,
yeah.
Matt's the fucking best writer. I was like, dude, Matt's unbelievable.
You don't see me out there belly aching in the street. I open up my Amazon. I get like $100 every now and again from Amazon. I go, yes,
We did it.
I'm just grateful. That's the difference between me and them, bro. I'm just fucking grateful. I'm on
I
that
hear you.
grateful wave. I see $100. I say, oh, hell yeah, dude.
Give me $17,000.
Yeah, they probably could use that. It's funny because it does sound like a whole heck of a lot of money. But if you're living in LA, trying to fucking churn up the
Yeah.
yucks, you need that 17 G's.
For sure.
Dude, they're getting like 50 grand a year.
Grubhub, Ubies.
50 grand a year. Then again, it's like
50 grand to be a writer is pretty good.
yeah, if they're not,
For real.
you think they're getting
Although
stipends?
late night, I guess, is year round
But
a lot of the time.
I thought
But
that
most
was
of those shows.
I
are-
thought that was the whole thing with writing, that it was the most insano level grind and the cream rose to the top and it gave us the best shit ever. I feel like once you subsidize, I mean, I guess they already did. It kind of stinks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They just want it for just farting around, dude. Sorry. Gotcha.
I mean, we're scabs. We're technically scabs.
We're
shouldn't
scabbing
be
right now.
we
We
shouldn't
should
be
shut this
writing
down.
all these podcasts before we do this.
Make $4,200 a week.
What?
Yeah, I just googled it.
That's
make
their
how
whole
much?
package. That's their whole package. That's healthcare.
According to the Writer Guild, the starting salary for a writer in late night is $4,198 per week.
Hold up. I think you're getting hit with their package because, like, a union laborer, well, you see what they cost like $800 a day,
Yeah.
but they end up you walk away with like $600 a week. Probably like $800. Shout out to the fucking Norristown local. What's up, brothers? Shout out to the motherfucking 332.
By the way, that fart stunk. I think it's those acai bowls you crush. When you get in here and have those nasty farts.
Oh. Well, here's the thing. I actually have you, as you notice, I haven't been farting.
You haven't been
today.
farting.
I started taking different
Now we're down to the real meat of the pod.
lion's mane powder, dude. Here's the thing with
You've
these.
been taking that and it makes you not fart?
Oh, no, it was making me fart.
Oh, yeah.
But I was taking turkey tail and lion's mane, and that's why my fucking Malama mushrooms, dude. They heard me talking about the farts, and I was like, I think it's from the fucking turkey tail mushroom powder I was taking. A lot of those mushroom companies do myceliated grains.
Yeah.
So there's like the fruiting body, then there's like those little fucking cool mycelium roots. So they take it's just like oats and shit and a bunch of grains wrapped up in little mushroom roots,
Horse food.
horse food, and then they package it as like super brain food.
Yeah.
Which a lot of the bros, I know a couple guys who do that stuff, and they're like, anything that's not fruiting body is total fucking bunk and bullshit. And I think that was giving me the high level farts.
The hot farts.
Because, dude, I mean, I'm a flatulent man, dude.
Yeah.
Me, I hate to say anything. I don't have any views with Hitler in common, but we both fart a lot.
Yeah.
I can't deny that we have that.
They
in
haven't
common.
gotten to that in the book I'm listening to.
How much he farts.
His farts, but
I
they
fart
have.
too.
I went to sleep last night to it, and it's him hitting the panic button and having to invade Russia. And it's so fucking funny, dude. He's just like, I swore I would never do this. We have to do it.
He had to, yeah.
You fucking idiot.
Why
He
did
just blew it, dude.
he had to do it?
He says he had to do it.
Why
He just
did
ruined
he,
everything.
why did he have to do it?
According to him, he was actually slightly right because he was like, the United States is building. We got to fucking hurry up and make England sign a truce before America gets in because that's a never-ending supply of rearmament.
Yeah, true.
He knew we started getting going. The machine started rolling. And he was
Yeah,
like, we got to
started
hurry
rolling.
up.
So what was he gonna do? I guess if he had conquered
Tried
Russia,
to do a couple more bad things before Daddy came home.
it would have gave people. Yeah, it would have gave people pause. I guess if he had taken Russia, but isn't
He,
it like
he was trying to take Russia so he could tell England to surrender because they put the kibosh on Operation Sea Lion, which was to invade England.
right? Oh, they picked Russia instead of
And
England.
they're like, let's just fucking hurry up and get Russia out of this.
Wouldn't it be easier to invade
Gotcha.
England? I guess you got to go by the sea, and it's like
Yeah.
it'd have been tough.
And Russia was shitty early on,
yeah,
but then they quickly started. They moved all their factories. They moved their factories. They picked up disassembled entire factories and moved them east, further away. And then they scorched earth, got rid of every piece of food, everything. So you're just in a desert of snow.
oh my god,
Yeah, they're nasty boys.
yeah.
And
Well,
then they came back. You listen to that Al Stewart song on the road to Moscow when
Oh,
we were
that's a
pulling
great
in
song.
there. It fires me up, dude.
yeah. Al Stewart's the shit, dude.
Al Stewart is the shit.
My dad always stops. He goes, "He's one of the last great troubadours."
He
And
is,
he puts
dude.
him on.
That was me in the car.
Dude.
And I was like, Lemaire, put your fucking phone down and listen, dude. He's telling you the whole story.
My
of
dad's been
World
doing
War
that
II
to
on
me
the
since I was
Eastern
a little
Front.
kid. He's one of the last great troubadours. You don't hear stuff. Just listen. Just
Put
hear
on, hit him with Edmund Fitzgerald. You like that one?
I like Nostradamus, Al Stewart. That
Yeah.
song Nostradamus is sick.
I don't know it.
You never heard Nostradamus?
No, I gotta listen.
Oh my god, we'll play it after this. It's
Yeah.
I think it's one of his greatest songs. Year of the Cat's just a
Year of the
fucking
Cat's
party
just a banger.
tune. It's a party tune. Old Admirals I like a lot. Too.
Old Admirals is so sad.
Yeah, I like that song. But
That's
yeah,
a good
dude,
storytelling though. That's a good one.
he's a troubadour, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking last grace. Before my dad gets strapped to go to comedy shows, he fucking blast Al Stewart.
You could eat pussy to Year of the Cat. I usually don't like to fuck or eat pussy to music, but
Yeah,
Year of the Cat's a good one, dude.
no, for sure. Kenny
Anyway,
Loggins. But no, dude. So they sent me that fucking fruit and body powder. Now I'm no
farts.
no farts.
but you're building up for a big dump.
Don't get me well. Oh, for sure.
You're
but
loaded
also,
up. If you hold your farts in,
I started the day.
you're gonna unleash.
I started the day in the red in terms of farts.
Okay.
I was farting hard. I had a double burger day the other day.
This morning
That-
blowout.
dude, it was so vicious. But yeah, I can't
How are those
stop.
drives up, dude? When you get up here, you unleash some pretty horrific shit.
The drives back are more of the farts. Lamese can attest to that.
Yeah,
It's usually after the fucking
real quiet too. You usually just let
the
them
way
out and see
back
what
are
happens.
rippers, dude.
There's
The way
Oh, really?
back.
The quiet farts, and then I know when Matt opens the window, he like
It's coming.
Yeah,
I go, sorry,
coming.
brother. I go, sorry. I roll the window down and just fucking. I'm like
Wait, you
embarrassed. on the way home.
preemptive roll the window down?
When I know I'm about
That's
to
very
fart.
nice.
Yeah, dude. I'm not
A
gonna.
lot of guys wait to see if it stinks.
No. I know.
and,
Here's,
and then the driver goes, Jesus Christ.
here's the difference between me and them. I know it stinks, dude. I fucking know it.
This
stinks.
one's been known to do it. The guard dog will let out some fucking
A
dog
silent but
farts.
deadly.
SBDs in the car.
Eddie dog.
He's
farts
not
in
much
the
of an
car.
eater, Gardini. Your appetite worries me.
Yeah, it worries
not much
me
of an- you're not a
sometimes,
hearty
too.
eater.
No, I'm not. I
Do
eat
you
for
love
fuel,
life?
Not for fun. I love life.
Did you love the Mets game? That was fun.
Yeah, that was
We
so
had a
much
nice
fun.
time. We went
What
to
do you
the
eat at the
Phillies
Mets
Mets game?
I got a
You-
Frankfurter
you
at
eat a
the Mets game.
Frankfurter.
Finish it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you get him around some hot dogs. That's what he munches.
one gulp.
A whole bunch of dog.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
That was a good one.
That's good.
Got to watch the Phillies lose. They stink.
Yeah, they were bad.
Yeah.
Trey Turner 2 home runs the other night though.
Oh yeah, they started hitting some dingers, dude. They're winning lately.
When's Super Bowl?
playing
Or
the
the
fucking
the
Nationals.
World Series is fall, right?
Yeah,
They got the whole summer to play.
yeah. They got a lot.
I'm not worried about
A lot of
the Phils.
baseball.
Yeah, I'm
They're
not
gonna
worried
start
about
to
the Phils.
figure it out.
Yeah. It's all a numbers game now, though.
It's all a numbers game.
It's all fucking numbers game.
Speaking of numbers, how long is this podcast?
47.
50. That's pretty good, dude. I think there's a gem. We're waiting on one. There's gonna be a gem in this pod.
I think
Whoa,
we're-
whoa.
What?
What was that?
I was trying to work. I'm
Work
trying
your
to
diaphragm.
fucking pump to my brain. My diaphragm?
Yeah, get it
Bottom of my
going.
stomach.
Get it going.
You know, if you fill up your diaphragm
Here we go.
and then just let go, it'll exhale for you naturally. You don't have to try. If you fill up your diaphragm, it'll pump all the air out of your lungs. Yeah, see, pretty sick.
Pretty sick.
And if you don't breathe through your diaphragm, stale air gets caught in your lungs, and it's just fucking. You get like shitty oxygen molecules in there. So you have to breathe through your belly. If you don't breathe through your belly, most smokers breathe through the chest.
Oh wow.
They breathe in. Gardini, give me a good breath. Let me say. Right through the chest. You see his chest?
Oh yeah.
Producer cam. Gardini, put your hand on your stomach. Breathe in and make sure your stomach rises before your chest. Chest should kick in like. There you go. Smokers breathe in. It speeds up your heart rate. Breathing through the diaphragm stimulates the vagal nerve, and it calms down your central nervous system.
The vagal nerve.
I
Yeah,
could've
bro.
used that before.
Vagal
All
nerve
right.
is huge, dude.
All right.
Maybe the vagus nerve. I forget, but it's.
I hear you.
Yeah,
What
it's
is it?
huge. Huh?
What is it?
It just runs through. Runs, I think, from like your butthole all the way up to your brain. It's
Really?
a huge central nerve. Yeah. You breathe through breathe in the belly.
It's funny you mentioned that because I definitely breathe through my chest, and I have a very, I forget the word for it, but my heart, if I breathe a deep breath, it slows down like crazy.
Sinus arrhythmia. But yes.
Yeah, I have it like crazy.
I have it too.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy? It's
Yeah.
athletes and children have it. And yeah, exactly.
I'm probably a
Athlete,
fucking baby.
child.
Fuck,
Yeah,
I'm
I have
definitely
I have
a
an
baby.
extremely pronounced sinus
Yeah.
arrhythmia, dude. And that's what I thought I used to think I had a heart condition because I would like breathe in and be like, it's going so fast. You know, I couldn't work out for years as I had health anxiety. I used to
Yeah, I
think I
remember.
was going to have a heart attack if I
Yeah.
worked out. And I had to go to treadmills and do it for 1 minute and then be like,
That's
I'm
it.
pushing my luck.
Yeah.
And then I did 2 minutes. And I did 3 minutes. I forged myself out of the flame. And fucking
All right, we've done it.
oh yeah!
Nice.
All right, we're live. Gabe Polsky, man, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. I wanted to bring you here. I saw your documentary a while back. I got a little screener copy. Honestly, I said I'm not just fluffing you. I thought it was one of the best things I'd watched in a really long time. So, the man who saves the world. That's it.
Yeah.
Question mark. Not
Yeah.
the man who saves the world. No question mark. That's about a guy who didn't drop the nuclear bomb or something.
Yeah. That's another film.
Yeah. Yours is the man who saves the world? Question mark. Which, dude, I swear to God, Brandon, our mutual friend from Rough House, sent it to me, and I was like, all right, and I'm pretty like precious with my time. So if someone's like, hey, do you want to watch this 2-hour thing? I'm usually like, yeah, I'll watch it. But I read the tagline. I'm like, dang, that sounds kind of cool. Dude, one night, I saw through it. So congrats on that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's 85 minutes because I know that, the 2 hours scares people, but
dude, now I feel like now documentaries are 6 hours.
yeah, it's
The murder mystery doc.
Everything's long.
I know, but the murder mystery doc, I'm telling you, man, I don't want to start by it on a negative note, but like, dude, I would really like to move back from the 6-hour twisty murder doc. It's like, I don't need to watch this for 6 hours. Just give me an hour and 20. Hit me with a twist at the end.
I agree. I'm the same way.
It's like a full work day.
Yeah,
I'm signing up to watch this lady get murdered. It's like, dude, hit me with the facts.
I know.
Give me the
They're
facts.
stretching, They're stretching.
Yeah, true. But no, I thought your documentary was honestly fantastic. And just to like, I don't know, I don't want to give the whole thing away, but just to recap, I try to explain it to people, and I always sound crazy. It's about a guy who, by the guy alone, could have been what's his name?
Patrick McCollum.
Obviously, you could have just done one on that guy alone. His life is crazy. He was a peacemaker, he just does everything. But he got convinced somehow that he was the center of some ancient indigenous prophecy that he was going to, was it save the world or bring everyone back together and thus save the world by saving the Amazon?
That's right. I mean, the second part, yeah. So basically, these indigenous elders from the Amazon came to this guy at like a peace gathering in India, and they said to him, we think you're this guy in our prophecy that we've had for, hundreds of years. So different tribes of the Amazon, they all kind of got together and identified this guy and said, we think you're this guy. And, initially he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just kind of a regular guy. I don't think I'm the guy. And they basically for 8 years kept coming to him and saying, when are you going to come and fulfill this prophecy of ours? You're going to come and unite the tribes of the Amazon and essentially save the Amazon and restore the earth. And after many years, he's just like, all right, like, I guess I'll like do what I can and go down there. And
first of all, that's crazy. He was able to fight that off. I would immediately be like, yes. I getting hit with the chosen one is my personal fantasy, so that's crazy he got to live that out. And it's nuts that he was like, no, I'm not. Which obviously you're the chosen one. If you're gonna be like, no, I'm not the chosen one, it's like you're definitely the chosen one.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he
exactly
was
right.
But dude, but then so I'm like, okay, that's first of all, that's like kind of a wild concept. Then you get into that guy's life, and it's like that guy was I've never even like heard of or seen a guy like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's
most talented guy I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what drew me in. Honestly, the prophecy part of it was just to me just so bonkers that I'm just like, this guy's a bullshit artist. This is crazy, and I was incredibly skeptical of it. And then ultimately, first of all, I started doing a lot of research. I hired a private investigator, to look into this guy. He was saying he's best friends with Jane Goodall, and I didn't really believe him there.
I forgot about that. He was buddy with Jane.
Yeah, and then I reached out to her personally and got an interview, and she said this guy's the most fascinating guy she's ever met, and and so obviously that vouched for him. But really, what kind of drew me in was how weird and amazing this guy's life was. He was like the most fascinating guy I've ever met. He was a carny. He was a jewelry designer to, I guess, Ronald Reagan, John Wayne, and Russell Crowe. He was,
Did you say carny at first?
A carny. So he basically at 12 years old, he like joined the carnival for like 4 years because his brother got cut in half.
Yes, I remember. Yeah. Okay, yes. Okay.
And his parents
dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't want to laugh at his brother getting cut in half, but yeah, his brother got fucking cut in half.
Yeah, and so his parents had to go basically take care of his brother, so he was left kind of on his own at 12 years old. And so what he decided to do was join the carnival. and there he kind of met all these freaks and married a prostitute, which isn't in the film, but and then
He's like a mythical guy. I swear to God,
I mean,
he's
it's
got a
mythical.
myth.
It's like Forrest Gump. It's like Zelig. It's like the guy has literally done everything. You know? And so, I just felt like him alone as a character study. I don't know if you sort of like character study of movies or documentaries. You know, just him alone, I knew would be kind of fascinating. And then on top of that, you've got this whole prophecy. You've got, you know, indigenous, you know, going into this sort of indigenous world that, you know, most people have no idea about, you know, and learning about, you know, their wisdom and connection and all that. And then having this guy kind of fulfill this prophecy. It's just like the strangest story.
And you kind of followed him around more so kind of like fact check the guy, which I could pick up on towards the end of the doc was pissing the guy off when you were fact checking him and he was just like, well, you don't believe me, dude? You don't believe me? I'm the chosen one to save the world. So I don't want to give too much away, but it was, dude, the documentary is fantastic. So how does that work? You like when you want to do a documentary, I guess you just got a hot tip somehow and then you got to go like, you just follow the guy around. Like, what was it like? I mean, I guess you weren't with him all day, every day. When I see a documentary, for some reason, I imagine you're just like living, eating, and sleeping in the same quarters with the guy. I was gonna say sleep with the guy. You're sleeping in the same quarters with the guy, but it's like you're just kind of popping in, recording, popping out, you know, going back and forth. What is that like after a certain time? Do you guys become like super close, or is it just kind of like all biz?
Yeah, well, everyone is different. I mean, this one I actually really did sleep at his house twice, which was pretty wild. I mean, his house, he's got two places, one in Moraga, California, and one in New Mexico, and they're both kind of really wild. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, in this instance, you know, it was kind of on and off, and you know, you just, you know, I was kind of documenting him and following him, but it was really kind of on and off, you know. So I would shoot with him for a few days, and then like, you know, maybe a couple months would pass. I would sort of shape the story a little bit more, then know what, you know, something else is coming up. Then I would go and shoot that, you know, until I kind of, you know, was trying to wrap it all up and say, where is this going? When is this going to end? You know,
how long?
That was actually the most.
And you filmed for how long? You said
about 3 years, you know, on and off.
Dang. So that's got to be nerve wracking, especially if you're filming. And you're like, all right, come on, go meet these guys, go do the stuff. Yeah. How did you handle kind of like trying to keep them on a timeline with that?
Well, I would constantly ask, like, where is this happening? What's happening next? Is the prophecy, you know, going to be fulfilled? Like, you know, because in our culture, you know, we're constantly, you know, we want results, you know, we want, and plus, like, I don't want to be shooting this for like 10 years. Like, I've got other things to do and whatever. So, yeah, I would be, you know, putting a little bit of pressure on him about where is this going. And that was kind of the most nerve-wracking part of this particular documentary that I made, was just that it was so unknown where this was going. And I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you get involved in something, you have just no idea where it's going, and you think you're crazy. Why am I doing this? I couldn't even...
Like a marriage or something? Like a marriage?
Like you were saying, it's so hard to pitch. Yeah, exactly.
You have a little idea? Exactly. No, a project like that it would drive me insane to not know.
I was literally on the verge of insanity. Like,
yeah, especially because I don't know if you've staked it yourself or you have financial backers, you're doing this, and it sounds awesome, and you're like, fuck, dude, come on.
Well, this one I was kind of on my own because, as you said earlier, you know, pitching this story to like Netflix and HBO and places like that. I mean, it's just so far out and so weird. They're not making this kind of stuff. No, you know,
I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything like that before.
And so even going to investors, you know, they're just look at me like, what the hell are you talking about? This is too weird. You're crazy. And so I was kind of on my own at a certain point when I decided to commit to this, you know, I realized that I was kind of going to be on my own here. So that put a lot of even more pressure on financial. Also, like, one of my biggest fears is like wasting my time, you know? I mean, if you spend 3 years of life, like, what have you been doing? You know, you talk to your friends and family, like, well, what are you making now?
Tough one to explain.
I'm just like, this guy, he's in the middle of a prophecy. And they think, they're like, dude, dude, you're out of your mind. You got to
lost
go
it.
see somebody, you know. And so it's been hard to kind of. But I did see a vision, you know, about this film. No matter how crazy it was, I knew that somehow I could weave all these really interesting things together into something really meaningful and funny and really bizarre. It's like a trip.
Yeah.
This whole thing's like just going into like a psychedelic kind of weird trip, but that also, I think, you know, gives you a lot to think about afterwards.
Yeah, and especially
life.
yeah, and again, it kind of does too. And I'm actually reading a book right now. Speaking of the Amazon, about the first conquistadors who like sailed or like went down, I guess in a canoe or whatever, navigated the entire Amazon River. And the author went down there because he always likes to visit like the historical sites or whatever he's writing about. And he said the Amazon in particular is like, he's like, it's literally like a magical world. And he's like, you know, there's obviously a lot of it's been like destroyed. But he was basically saying that if we do lose like the rainforest, we're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it like retains moisture. And if you
Yeah.
knock down the trees and plant different trees, they don't retain the same amount of moisture, and it gets hotter and blah, 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 blah. But so hopefully it's true. Hopefully he does the thing. Cause it's like, I don't know, again, no spoilers, but I was like, you watch it and you go, maybe he did.
Yeah.
Maybe he did the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, that was the whole thing. I mean, I would go to these gatherings, you know, where he was essentially uniting tribes of the Amazon, you know, and you know, there would be these sort of smallish gatherings, you know, there'd be tribes from various parts of the Amazon, and you know, well, let's just say about 100 people, you know, and you know, I'd be looking at this, and they'd be doing, you know, indigenous ceremonial things with feathers, with fire, and all kinds of things, and connecting with spirits and so on. But from an outsider perspective, you're just looking at this thinking, you know, what the hell am I looking at? You know, this is so weird. This is about saving the world. Is he uniting the tribes here? But then I started thinking to myself, how does any business deal or even Jesus Christ, for instance, when he was doing his sermons and starting out and talking to people, it probably didn't look like anything. It's just him talking to people and doing about some weird stuff. And, you know, no one would have said, this is the guy. He's going to,
that's
this
true.
is happening. Everything happens, even on big things that end up having these ripple effects that huge. They start off really small, and they probably don't look like anything that's special.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that was,
when you guys started your podcast, you know, it's just you guys in a room, and then it becomes a
far
huge
from
thing. So I'm
glamorous.
like, yeah, exactly.
That was the meetups in the hotels where it's just like a 20-person meetup in a hotel convention center. That was kind of that was cracking me up.
Yeah.
You're just like, bro, wait, this is the big meeting. I will say what I liked about him too is that like he would do those meetings, and there, you know, it doesn't look great. There's just a couple people strewn, and he would get out and be like, that was awesome.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like,
exactly.
that was what we needed to do.
That's exactly. He's like this insane optimist, and every time I would talk to him, it would just be like, literally, he just did the biggest thing ever, and I'd be like, were we at the same place? Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, no.
I don't know have you met people like that are just like so positive and so, you know, almost in slightly delusional way, but it becomes kind of contagious and weirdly self-fulfilling.
Yeah, it is. I on my good days, I can kind of do that myself a little bit, but then, you know, I slip all the time. I'll just go anywhere to do a show and be like, this is it. I fucked up. I'm done. I'm going to freak out on stage. I'm going to walk off.
Yeah.
Happens to me like 40% of the time. I'll be in the middle of starting a set and I go, well, I'm going to have to leave, and everyone's going to be furious, and I'm going to go home. I'm going to move back in with my parents. I'm on stage. This is the first like 7 minutes, and I'm like, I'll just move it back in with my parents. It's no big deal. But yeah, I try to persevere. But there is something nice about that, especially now where like, I feel like intense pessimism and negativity is almost like in a way where it's like, it's almost cool to be like, fucking world's ending, dude. We're screwed. Everything's done. It's like, I don't like that stuff, honestly.
Yeah, I don't
You know
either.
what I mean?
I mean, dude, it's such a fight to stay positive, you know, but it's so important.
Yeah, man.
You know, I mean,
well, it's like, how do you
it's
do
everything, dude. Once you start that negative talk to yourself, it's really bad, dude.
And yes, it's literally like the worst thing you can do, but there's nobody, in my opinion, there's like no emphasis put on the responsibility of not being a gigantic bummer.
Yeah.
Because if you ever had like a, you know, I remember having like regular jobs, 90% of the people I've worked with were like massive, just chronic bummers. Every single person I've worked a regular job with shows up and they're like, shit sucks.
Yeah. It's
No
like,
other way.
It's
This
a
is what it is.
cultural thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Just show up and be like, another day here, this fucking bullshit ass place. I hate this place. And you're like, dude, I just got here. Can we just chill a little bit? So, yeah, I mean, I wonder what people would need though, because I don't know. I feel like without religion, I don't know what else could possibly stoke somebody day in and day out like that. You know what I mean?
It's somehow a mindset. I mean, even like, you know, making documentaries, it seems like the greatest thing ever. Oh my God, you get to tell that story and this one and that one. But on a daily basis, the grind of it and the pressures, you know, it's so easy to get into that negative talk.
Have you ever been tempted?
Even the best things. I mean, they should teach it in schools, you know, about kind of the art of positivity and sort of, because that's all related to this mental health. And,
you need it.
You know what I'm saying?
You need that. The problem is it's being delivered by school teachers who can be a little negative and nasty. You know what I mean? It's tough.
Yeah.
If you're like a 27-year-old lady being paid 30 grand a year, it's tough to get the kids and be like, guys, life is awesome. Life is great.
Yeah.
You guys just got to believe in yourselves.
Yeah.
The teachers, that's one job I would like to have, but it's I don't know if I could do it, man. Especially like, it'd be one thing if you had like other sources of income, but if you're just living on that, like the teachers I've talked to, apparently they just get crushed by the administration because they're like, you have to do it this way. None of it makes sense, but this is the way we're going to be funded. And every parent is like, dude, you suck. My kid's right. You suck, blah, blah, blah. So
With coaching too, it's similar about the parents getting involved.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. The big game is right around the corner. Once Championship Sunday hits, there's only 3 more football games this season, which means you're running out of chances to get it right this football season, and there's no better place to get it right than Prize Picks.
Oh, yeah.
With player picks and team picks, you can pick how many yards the QB will throw or who will join Bad Bunny on stage. Oh.
Don't do that, Bill. Bill, don't do that.
No intent zoom ups, dude.
Bill, no intent zoom ups.
Dude, it's out of our contract.
I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I look. And what you're doing is that's not right.
It's like an upskirt.
Guarantee what? I don't like it.
That's literally like doing an upskirt on a lake.
Guys, download Prize Picks app today and use code DRENCH to get $50 off in lineups or start it over. No, hold on.
What specific players do you think you're going to do really well?
I think Christian McCaffrey is going to continue to do well.
He dominated.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DRENCH to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DRENCH to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Oh, man, I love that.
I don't know. Like the pressure for coaching, I don't know if that's like, is that like scholarship pressure? Like I played sports. My parents were just like, we're happy you're out of the house. They would show up and be like, great.
Yeah.
Scored 0 points.
Mine didn't show up that much, but yeah.
Oh, man. I'm sorry.
No. But I'm just saying, you know, I didn't sometimes it's a good thing, you know, if your parents aren't there every single
I prefer them not to be there.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. I didn't like if they came, it was like, sucks.
Yeah.
Then like, you know, I would ride the bench for most of it. There's nothing worse than your parents showing up and you're on the bench the whole game and you're like, I'm sorry I brought you guys here.
I know. Yeah. I agree. That happened in college a couple of times, you know, when I played.
You played college ball?
Yeah, I played college hockey.
What?
At Yale, yeah.
Damn, dude, what the fuck? What position?
So I was a forward.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell? I didn't know you were a hockey player.
Yeah.
You don't strike. I mean, again, I'm not saying you're not like rough and tumble, but you don't strike me as a fucking college hockey player. How'd you keep all your teeth?
Yeah, we wore masks in college, you know.
Yeah, oh, okay. Fair enough.
When you play it professionally, then the masks come off. But
why?
I don't know. I don't know why they kept that rule. Maybe they wanted people's faces to stay intact.
Yeah.
Until you play pro.
Until it's time to take the mask off and show that beautiful hockey face.
Yeah, it's for advertising. They need to see the faces.
True, for the game. Yeah.
Because if you're wearing a mask, you can't relate to the players.
Yeah, that's true. So what was the hockey grind like growing up? Because you must have played.
It was tough. Yeah,
that's a sport you play like early in the morning.
Yeah, it was you know, like anything, just such a huge commitment. But to find ice time oftentimes, like when you're a little kid, you have to wake up at 5 a.m. and before school and stuff like that. I think a couple of times a week.
Damn,
but it was you know, just like it was just a huge commitment your whole life. You know, you want to be a great player. You want to play.
Did you cop the scholarship to Yale?
They don't, you know, they give financial aid. So if they look at your income and decide what they to do with you, you know, they're not allowed to just, I don't know about now, but back then, you know, that's how they did it. But I got offered a couple scholarships from like Notre Dame and other places. But
so you're nasty. You don't want to toot your own horn. I get it. So how many documentaries have you done?
I've directed 4 and then, you know, made 5.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What was your favorite one, you think?
You know, well, this one, they've all been very different, but one that's kind of near and dear, we're talking about hockey. Well, I've actually done several that are somewhat hockey related, but I really love In Search of Greatness, which is about the greatest athletes of all time and about the nature of greatness, told from the perspective of the greatest athletes. And it's really about kind of creativity and about how, you know, most of the greatest athletes, from Gretzky to Tom Brady to, you know, Messi, they're not what we think they are. They're actually on a spectrum of like athletic ability and speed, and they're actually like worse than the average athlete, strength and speed. Gretzky, let's take for instance, you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean he was like an anomaly. He could barely bench press anything. He wasn't very necessarily fast. Didn't have the hardest shot. But he was just, because of these weaknesses, he had to figure out, you know, another way to play the game, and he just, you know, was the greatest ever by far, you know, because he had to come up with these compensation tactics. So he thought faster. The same thing with Tom Brady. If you look at his combine score, whatever. Yeah. So what I was trying to argue is that I think we see sport in the wrong way. We're not looking at the right things, you know. And for me, it's all about like creativity and sort of what we do with our weaknesses, you know, and that we can actually reinvent our fields by thinking about sport or whatever it is in a completely different way. You look at artists, it's the same thing, you know. In order to reinvent something, you have to, you know, it's not what you think. You know,
I know what you're saying. It's not all about like the 40 time. It's not all about blah, blah, blah.
It's totally the opposite. It's about the mind and about creativity.
That's pretty cool. Did you see the movie Inside Out 2? I don't know if you've watched that with your kids.
I don't think I...
Dude, Inside Out 2.
About emotions.
Yes, it's all about emotions and stuff, but there's a part in that where, you know, it's all about the kid having the emotions get out of control, and they got to find some like equilibrium, and that's kind of like the whole movie basically. But there's a part in the end of Inside Out 2 where the girl, Josh, you've seen this movie? This girl's having a tough time. Her emotions are all out of whack. She's obviously hitting puberty too, so there's like new emotions. And there's a part where like it all, like the thing you're talking about finally clicks, and it shows that like she's all like gung-ho, like I got to be the hardest and fastest. And then like she just gained some sort of peace in herself. And there's a thing where she's like skating serenely through the ice, playing hockey. And I started to cry. Yeah. It was just such a beautiful, it stuck with me for 3 days. Just, I was like, God, man, that was it. Cause there's so much going on in her life. And then she just was like quiet inside her head, and she was able to just like part through, like having fun rather than like gnashing her teeth.
That's exactly what the point of this movie is. And in fact, my greatest memories of maybe in life are like playing hockey in an outdoor rink, just skating on my own, and just like that, enjoying kind of the feeling of it. And, you know, it's magical. You know? And that's what the essence of life is in sport too. It's just this feeling of freedom and being able to experiment. And it's the same with, I'm sure, comedy too. It's all about just that period of experimentation and just unstructuredness about it, you know. That creates.
Well, yeah. Once you get in your head, it sucks. It becomes a nightmare. If you get in your head,
and it becomes ritual. I got to do this. I got to do that. You know.
No, I was talking to I'm blanking on the guy's name. Kirk Fox. Who's a guy? Kirk Fox is a comedian. He's in LA, and you know, I was at the mothership, and I was just like in one of my little funks where I'm like, I had like started doing newer material. I had to work out the hour, and I was just like, you know, possessed, being like, this has to be good. And I would just go on stage, and I could feel crowds being like, ugh, because I'd come out like, hey guys, and they'd be like, you know, that's not what this is about. You should be having fun and making us have fun. and I got off, and I was about to go on. Maybe I was between shows, and I was just like talking to him, like, I don't know, I'm just like fucked up right now about all my stuff. And he just like looked at me, and he's like, who cares? Like, just go have fun. Stop being, you know, it's such a simple,
that's it.
such a dumb thing. But I like at the moment it hit me, and I was like, God damn it, you're right. And I went on after that and had a blast. And I was like, yeah, I was doing a disservice to everybody else by being so self-centered and being like, no, I have to be the best. This needs to be great. And it's like literally a scourge. Like we
all fall into that crazy trap, you know, but it kind of comes back to what we were talking about earlier about positivity and just kind of having fun with things, you know, and trying to find that somehow, because you get pulled back into that seriousness of the negativity, and you know what I'm saying? And you can't.
Oh, dude, it's literally the worst.
You can't perform either as well, you know.
No, it affects all things. I'm up the age now. I'm turning 40 in like literally a week, and I like clockwork now. Like I was, you know, my whole life I've been so cocksure in terms of erections, and man, like I'm noticing now. I'm like, dude, if I even think about anything else while I'm having sex. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah.
Like if anything else enters my field of awareness, if I start going like, what's this like? It's gone. Not even gone, but it's just not, you know, it's not the dick. It's not the dick. It's gone. And it's like, it's been fun for me now being like, all right, how do I, you know, what do I got to let go of? You know, and maybe it's just going to get worse and worse as I get older. But that's that's an interesting one. I've never had that problem. And like, I mean, that's like a very, you know, localized example, but you know, we'll see. That'll be my next quest to see if I can somehow overcome that. But it's, you know.
Plus, like, you know, if you're with the same person, you know, it's a little harder.
What are you talking about? What are you even talking about, dude?
No, it's amazing. But
I'm just powered by the strength of our connection. I have no idea what you're talking about. No, yeah, obviously. It's like, you know.
Sometimes I find that, like, if you close your eyes and not to, you still connected to your partner, but
turn on the lights and put on earplugs.
Lets you focus more. No,
it does
internally and sort of how you're feeling, and you know, less stimulus.
Yeah,
you know, so it that helps a little bit too.
I think so. For me, I just eat pussy and I recharge. But the
that helps.
That's the move. I go, babe, time out. I need a water break. I need a water break, babe. But I agree with you, man. It's like, you know, that's if I could somehow, you know, if you think about distilling all of your life's efforts into like one thing, for me, it really is trying to figure out how to kind of spread the stoke as much as possible. And not even like, I feel like it gets a bad rap because there's that like vapid version of that where you're like in the mirror being like, you're a champion. Or it's like not that at all. No. It's like, no, you're a worm. And you're pathetic on some level, but despite all that, you can still transcend that inside yourself and not be a total drag on your own life and, you know, everybody else's.
Yeah, like when people say, you know, it's I hear this saying all the time, well, you got to love yourself. You got to love it. I can't quite.
Did you ever try?
I do. I always, it's just a weird thing, you know? So I don't even think it's that.
I don't think
you shouldn't like hate yourself and beat yourself up. That's the thing. But yeah, loving yourself. How do you do that? Oh, I love you so much.
It's the weirdest thing. I've literally tried this. I
can't.
I was on LSD one time, and like towards the end of it, I got this wave where I was like, I gotta show up for myself. I gotta love myself. And I like looked in the mirror, and the first thought in my brain was like, shut up. And I was like, all right, my bad. Try to love you, but you pushed me away. But yeah, I personally think, I think that's one of those things that like, it sounds great. And then you try it practically and you go, okay, sure. Like this is impossible. Yeah. I personally think you should not beat yourself up like you were saying. And just rather than trying to play some weird mind game with yourself and like loving yourself, just go do something for somebody else. Yeah, that's the easiest. That's easy. I can pump someone else up. I can show someone I love them. But yeah, that whole thing, like, love yourself. I don't know where that comes from or like where that even originated, because there was no way. I think that must have come in like the 80s. Like that was, nobody said that in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe 70s and 60s. But
I do think that love itself is a key to it. You know, that feeling of like, if you can get that right here to, you know, love other people and, you know, to get that feeling for other people and for life, and you know, makes a big difference too. It's similar to positivity or whatever, but that feeling of love is what I think we all crave.
Yeah.
And not to be cheesy or whatever, but there's something to that too.
For sure. That was the
That's when you say helping other people.
Yeah.
It's that
makes me feel
that
good.
transforms you. You know, if you could wake up and sort of try and channel that feeling of love rather than hate or, you know.
Yeah. Or I mean,
it's what all religions, what all spiritual traditions, you know, are saying, you know, and all the great people from, you know, Gandhi to Martin Luther King, it's the key.
Yeah.
Seems to
to
have it, you know, a good
for me. It's like
good.
if I want to try to alter my own mood, it's such a labyrinth and mind game that it's like I'm just gonna end up probably having a panic attack. If I like close my eyes and start going like, all right, dude, let's make yourself feel as good as possible. I'm gonna end. I literally did this the other night. I was like putting my kids to sleep and I lay on the floor while they're like getting ready to fall asleep, and I like started having a panic attack, and I was like, all right, I got to get out of my head, but. I can easily text my wife and like, you look great today. And she's just like, oh my God, thank you so much. And then I'm like, all right, I feel good now.
Yeah.
But when you try to apply it yourself, it doesn't work.
You can, yeah.
So what I do is I do really nice things for a lot of people, and then I keep score if they do nice things for me. And then I eventually explode on them and say, you've done nothing for me. Told you look nice 10 times this week. But yeah, man, it's
keeping score is
can't keep
tough.
score. Can't keep score.
Yeah.
You just got to be
especially if you're married, you know, jeez.
Can't keep score.
Yeah.
You can tell them how hard you don't keep score. That's what I do. I go, look, the other day you left your stuff out. I didn't say anything, but I don't keep score like that. So
yeah, exactly. Right.
But that, I mean, marriage is one of those things that like, yeah, man, it's like, if you really want, because I feel like, again, I only know my own self, but I do feel like, let's say collectively, it is like a furnace, because it's you and another person. You have different ways on like, this should be done this way, this should be done that way. And in my experience, you either like let go of a lot of stuff or it just fucking explodes. Like there's no other way. You have to, and if you know,
and also you got to really anticipate that people are going to change, you know, that nobody stays the same. That's not the point of life, is to stay the same. It's to, people are growing, they're doing different things, and to anticipate that, and then really, I think, make that just commitment to kind of go with it and weather it, and not fight against it.
No, I'm telling you, I used to always when I was younger, hear people say like just that similar, like kind of folksy, happy wife, happy life stuff. And I'd always be like, I'll never give up. And then you hit the point, you go, I fucking give up, dude. I'm done. I'll just fucking clean up my plate or whatever you're so freaked out about. But yeah. But it's good. You know what I mean? It's like, it sounds not, but it's like, I don't know. Like, you know what, for me, this is like kind of different, but like COVID for me, like this whole thing about like being kind to other people. Cause I was like, I'm a nice guy. And then like, I would notice, like, I didn't notice how much I did this before COVID, but I would be in a grocery store and I would just see a person, and like my brain was constructed to like keep myself somehow above anyone around me in any way I could think of. So I would like I would see like a tall, handsome, muscular man. I'd be like, fucking loser. Guy's probably a big dork, thinks he's so fucking cool. Guy's literally probably a dumbass. And then I would just see like a lady and be like, look at that fucking lady. And I would just do this in my head. All the time.
I'm the same. Not now, but
no, I would do this all the time. I'd walk around and go, fucking look at this guy. And then COVID heightened it, because it was like people would have the mask. I wasn't a fan of it. I was like, I think it's weird we're all afraid of the air. So I would go out. I wasn't being like super aggressive with it, but like if I was outside walking my dog, I'm not wearing a mask. Like I'm fine. I'm not worried. We're all far apart from each other. And I would get like dirty looks in my neighborhood because everyone was like completely K95'd up. And I had that, like, it like heightened that thing in my head. So now it was like enemies to me. And I was like, fucking look at this fuck. Now I was like really amped up. And I remember, I think I was in like a Whole Foods or something. And I realized somehow that every time I'd walk past a person and be like, look at this fucking piece of shit, it gave me a bad feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just, something like snapped in me to where every person I saw, I'd be like rooting for them on some level. I'd be like, I wish them the best. And I'd still have that, like, look at this fucking lady's weird ass fucking pants.
Yeah,
but I'd be like, but I wish her the best. And dude, I'm filled with like an incredible sense of peace. And ever since I've been, because the whole thing for me is like, even if you see somebody who's like kind of unbearable, like maybe doing something crazy or whatever, once you have kids, you're like, oh, that's somebody's kid.
Yeah.
So like if my kids are out in the world God forbid someone walked past them or like, nice fucking hat, dumbass, I'd be so upset. So I started being like, well, I'm going to treat everybody like they're someone else's kid. And, you know, and it's like, cause you know, I would hope their parents would like want them to be treated nicely. And if their parents don't care if they're treated nicely or not, then they need even more kind of like love and careness or, you know, loving care, whatever it's called. And
having kids really helps with taking that kind of perspective too, especially like with your own parents. Like once you have a kid, thinking about your own parents, how they dealt with you, and having a little bit of respect for that, you know, being a dad and having a dad, you know.
Oh yeah.
And other people too, like you're saying. But I don't know what that is. I had that same thing about judging everybody, and it's a weird. Where does that come from? You can't. Even if you're self-aware, you're like, why did I keep doing that? You know.
I have a theory, and it's my theory is that it goes. I think it goes all the way back to like. It's just a thing in nature. Like if you're an organism,
you have to size everything up.
Exactly. But if you're an organism, say, and like there's a bigger organism than you, you have a fear of annihilation instinctively. You're going, this thing's bigger than me. Now I'm going to die. And I think humans have so many dimensions to judge where it's like money, looks, success, it's like infinite. Like
comparing.
So if you sense someone somehow bigger than you, then it's like you have to somehow cut them down in your head because there's like a weird innate fear that pops up. That's my theory.
Yeah.
So you just walk around the day all day. And then if there's someone that like you can just completely slam dunk on, it's probably just a feeling of victory where you're like, this fucking piece of shit. So
yeah,
I don't know. That's my theory about that. But it doesn't help you. And the thing is you think you get this buzz off it, but I really think it makes you feel worse.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of like when you're in grade school doing that, you know, and it starts there almost.
Oh, for sure.
Kids making fun of other kids. And
you
still feel like when you're an adult doing that, you feel like you're a kid essentially still.
So
no, but I mean...
Well, it's fun. I mean, if you're with your bros, it's fun. It's fun to mess around with your bros like that. But yeah, if you're out and like in public around someone who's essentially a stranger, and you're like, I know a lot of people do this, just start just absolutely ragging on people. I'm like, bro, you can't do that. It's not nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that helped me with social
with comedy though. Don't you always have to be observing and like, it's part of it is picking people apart or their idiosyncrasies, and
I'll do it.
Part of the.
If I'm struggling on stage, I'll sacrifice a crowd member just because I'm like, I'm not doing well, and I'll just absolutely sacrifice somebody.
Yeah.
And I know I'm like, this is wrong, but I need this laugh right now, and I'm going to make fun of your hat, and I'm going to make you feel terrible right now so that I can continue. And I know it's not right, but it's,
or you're doing it to yourself too, like about your own life and how.
Oh, I do that, but if I that's an easy trick to get a crowd on your side. Just absolutely just crush somebody in the crowd, and then they're like, "All right, any of you guys want this? You better start fucking laughing at me. I will fuck you." No, that's how growing up, my family dinners were like that though. Like I was one of 6 kids, and we'd all sit around the table, and it was just like it was a war zone. Like everyone would start making fun of each other.
Yeah.
Like my dad would get involved, and like he would just like, it would be one victim. You'd be, if the light turned on you, everyone would start just saying whatever they could to just completely humiliate you.
Yeah.
And you had to like strike out against somebody else, and would turn the attention on them. And it was like every night at dinner.
It's probably how your comedy started. No,
it could be. I don't know, but it's definitely that could be at least where that very critical negative voice came from. Because you'd be eating, and like, did you have 5 other people being like, look your fat legs, and you'd be like, fuck. You know, you'd have to fire back somehow.
Yeah.
So it's not the best, but it is fun. I don't know. I do think it's fun though. Like fucking with people, if they're, I don't know, even when they react negatively to it, it is so much more fun. If you catch someone who takes themselves so seriously.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm kind of like a bloodhound for that. If I detect somebody's kind of like getting like pissed like that, I can't help it. I'll start like needling and messing around.
Yeah.
But
when we were kids, my friends and I would just kill each other. Like, I assume it's like in every circle when you're a kid, we just kill each other.
Yeah.
Over and over. It's part of the whole. And then, but people would laugh, I mean, it's funny too.
That's a difference. If you got to be able to take it.
Yeah.
Because that's my mom's big critique of my dad loves giving it out, but if you get him, he's just like, you guys are assholes. He doesn't like it at all. Loves dishing it out, can't take it.
Yeah.
Which I think that's probably everybody, but nice, man. So the sports doc. So you're talking Gretzky. Who else? Who else is an example of that? There's Tom Brady, Gretzky.
So Rocky Marciano, who was one of the greatest, obviously, boxers ever of his time, was like, really short. He had no reach, but he developed this style, where he would just really, like Tyson had this too. He would get close. He basically was undefeated, and he would get close and basically like hit from up close. He would just keep, get really,
stay in your face. Yeah,
exactly. And he was undefeated, but his body was like, was not meant for heavyweight boxing. You know what I'm saying? She was short, not very heavy, and had a short reach, but developed a style like Lionel Messi. I mean, he was also shorter than most people. He had this, human growth issue where he like wouldn't grow when he was a kid and had to get testosterone. But he was, he also developed this flea-like style of like, deking people, and he was so good with the ball and smart. You know what I'm saying? So he had that deficiency, but he overcompensated in other ways. I mean, you go through even Jerry Rice. So he's one of the best receivers in history. He said he wasn't very fast, but he basically memorized timing and routes so perfectly that it gave him that, competitive advantage because he was in the right place at the right time, knew exactly when the ball was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of other.
No, that's really nice too, because especially like with little kids, I've noticed it's like, maybe it's always been that way, but like I'm just noticing now because I have kids. But there's like a serious paranoia about any even signs of like, is this kid showing any developmental delays and blah blah blah. And people really freak out about that. And it's nice to think like, rather than trying to like force my weaknesses to become something they'll never become, how can I kind of adapt and kind of play to my own strengths and weaknesses?
Like even like Greg Maddux, I was just thinking, I mean, he's not even in my film, but like same thing. I mean, he sort of doesn't really look like a baseball player. Like he's a little bit schlubby, he's not that tall, he's not that strong, but his accuracy and his ability to understand batters and was on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
You look at every sport, every of the greatest athletes, it's something like that, that's completely unexpected. I call it like Polsky's law, because it's like everything you see is like the opposite.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. You coined that?
Paradox. I did coin it.
Damn.
I say to my family, I don't like, well, now here on the podcast, but
what?
Just that I don't like to be like a douchebag,
Why? Coining, no one else is going to do it for you.
Yeah.
You don't do Polsky's law. People are going to take it and they'll call it maybe McCusker's law.
Everything you see is the opposite. Yeah.
So what is the law again? You're saying everything is opposite as what you...
Everything is the opposite of what you see, what you think. So if somebody's like happy all the time, like smiling, they might be, the saddest people.
Gotcha.
You've seen things like that, or, these sort of paradoxes of opposites.
Yeah, like the surface, the thing you present is, the reality is probably compensating.
Yeah.
Hey guys, real quick, I have some shows this weekend coming up. I'll be doing live stand-up comedy. I'll be at the Belding Theater in Hartford, Connecticut, January 23rd. That'll be Friday. Saturday, I'll be at the Egg, the Hart Theater at the Egg in Albany, New York. Both those shows are almost sold out, so please come. And if you want to come, there's a few tickets left. Also, I'll be in Las Vegas, then Denver, Boise, Idaho, Salt Lake City, Cleveland. Just go to mattmccusker.com. There's a bunch of other places for tickets. Thank you.
I'll be in Helium, Atlanta tonight, Thursday through Saturday. Please come if you can. If I know the weather's going to be bad, but I'll still be there, so please come. SeanGardini.com. The link is below. Thank you very much.
I'll be at Dallas Hyenas the 23rd, which is Friday, or in Yellow Rose Cane on Saturday. Panties in Your Mouth podcast. Come on, guys.
Woo. Fair. Did you ever see there's a guy on Instagram who does facial scanning, where he'll be like, all right, this guy has this kind of face, and he has all these funny names for this, like tree face, block face, and it's not like a derogatory thing. He's like, these are the facial structure terms, but he says like no one's two eyes are the same, And it'll be like, so he'll cover up the left eye, and like the right eye is the eye of the father, and that's your secret hidden self. And like, look how afraid he looks in this eye, and they cover this eye, and they'll be like, this is the eye of the mother, and this is like your, outward personality, but it looks like angry. It's really kind of fascinating.
Wow.
And when you see it, it's like, it's not complete bullshit, because like everyone does have like slightly different looks in each eye. I've been in the mirror nonstop the last couple of weeks, just trying to like see which side, which eye is what, and like what it says about me. It's kind of a terror that he like looks at people's faces and he breaks them down to a T. And some of the people are people he like knows nothing about. And then the producer goes, "Oh, this guy like killed his entire family." And he goes, "Well, yeah, I told you he looked kind of fucked up." And the craziest thing they said, there's a term called I forget what it's, but it's called whites on three sides of the eye. So like when people have a lot of white showing underneath their eyeball, he's like, that's like a giant red flag. Because he had done the guy, I forget his name, the guy who killed his parents, Nick Reiner. He did a facial analysis of that guy, and that dude's eyeballs are like you see a lot of the whites under his eye. So I've been on the lookout for that lately. But it's like a Japanese saying for whites under three sides of the eye, and it's like kind of a like, if you see that, be careful.
Oh wow, that is cool.
Sanpaku, is that what it's called? Oh yeah, Sanpaku, whites on three sides of the eyes.
Yeah, I feel like all those serial killers, they all have that look.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're if that's a stereotype.
I don't know.
But they do have, I don't know if it's like, they took too much acid or whatever.
Could be.
Yeah.
The funny thing was, I heard about that whites on three side of the eye thing, and I kept saying to myself, like, I would hear people be like, "Oh, I just did like a bunch of ayahuasca." And a lot of them would get this wonky look in their eyes. And it's literally, it kind of looked like you could see a little bit underneath. And I could never like pin down, like, what is that about that? But it was like I don't know.
Yeah, I've done. Have you done ayahuasca? Yeah. Do I have that?
How do you? No, you don't have that. You're free from, what's it called again? Tanasaki?
Yeah.
Sanpaku. What's your thoughts on ayahuasca?
It's, well, it's very mystical. It's opens kind of like a portal to different dimensions that, it's very hard to describe, but it's very mystical. It's beyond opening a portal to something that you can't experience without, taking ayahuasca. Imagine, God or somebody saying, let me just show you this new dimension or several of them of what's possible in the mind, and you're just like, oh my God, this is insane, to have an experience like this.
Sure.
And part of it is, and I can't confirm this, but is the healing of past traumas, and you're throwing up, you're purging, you feel better afterwards. It's not that I didn't do it because necessarily I'm looking to get healed or anything. For me, it was more of a curiosity and just sort of a deeper understanding of who are we? What are we doing here? What is all this?
Yeah.
And it's just, if you're somebody who is curious about reality and mysticism and sort of understanding deeper about reality and stuff like that, I think it's fascinating and enlightening in that way. You don't go, it's definitely still confusing because it's like you're opening into this portal and you're just like, what the hell is all this? This is incredible and crazy and strange, and you know what I'm saying? But it's not like, oh, here's the answer to life.
For sure.
Some people do say, oh, I was told this, and I met Jesus, or I don't know what happens to them. For me, I can't say that I have a lot more clarity about everything, but it gave me a richer feeling about life and what's beyond what we can see.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever,
I've done
you
like,
get that with mushrooms or acid.
That's what I was going to ask you. How does it compare to like a super high dose of mushrooms? I don't know if you've ever done.
It's a different almost dimension.
Really?
It's like, mushrooms, you go into in one dimension, which is like, I don't know. It's also mystical. You're in a portal. You're seeing things that are you could never imagine, But ayahuasca is like even a little bit of a different. Each plant has its own almost world or something.
Did you feel like out of body, or was it you're just looking around at stuff?
Kind of, but you're just you're just in another world. You don't even feel a part of your body. You're just almost going into other dimensions with different, patterns. You feel like almost in, and again, and everyone has different experience, but I felt like I was in some kind of strange matrix of patterns that were, and the patterns would sort of tell you stuff in a way, or
how many times did you do it?
You'd have these feelings,
Yeah. How many times did you do it?
I've done it like 7 times.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been my thing with ayahuasca. I've never done it because I talk to people and they're like, I've done it like 55 times, like literally like 55 times. And I'm like, why would you think somebody would do it that many times?
Well, why would somebody, I mean, I don't know. There are people do it for different reasons. Some people, they need to get healed, or they're trying to get to something. They're trying to, it's a medicine. I mean, some of these shamans or people in the Amazon, they're doing it thousands of times, so for them, that's not a big deal. It's just part of daily life. They want to access the spiritual realms, they want to be close to that, because there's a lot happening right now that, we're not perceiving, we're not seeing. Some people can be in both worlds at the same time. They can be in this reality, but also experiencing, this spiritual reality at the same time. The question you asked was, why do they need to do it that much? I've also noticed that people can do it 1,000 times and they're still kind of the same, which is, I don't know. Are you trying to change so much, or?
I see what you're saying. It's like looking at it from like a cure perspective, where it's like, you hear that.
I've seen people get better mostly, mostly you get better.
That's cool.
Of a person.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Yeah. I mean, so if you're somebody that is just like constantly depressed or has negativity, just, generally.
Well, Will Smith,
they're better.
After the slap, I think he had done ayahuasca like 30 times.
Really?
I swear to God, he did. He came out of the ayahuasca portal and just slapped Chris Rock right in the face.
Wow,
I could be. I don't want to be wrong about that, but I read his book and he was like that. He claimed like that was something that came kind of for like the right time for him. But yeah, that makes sense. So it's not like a cure all, but it definitely, because I agree with that. Like with like, just doing like mushroom. I've only ever done like mushrooms and acid and stuff.
Have you done it like in a party setting, or more just like, look, I'm going to go deep. I'm going to go on my own. And
I don't like the party setting.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Although I took acid at a concert and it was awesome, but that was sick. But but I prefer to like lay down somewhere quiet and do it. That's how I did the mushrooms, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
it's great. For me, it's like, it's awesome. It really does like shape for me. Like in the experience of it, you're like, oh, I figured it all. When you're in it, you're like, I figured it all out. But in reality, for me, it does like shave edges off slowly. So maybe I answered my own question. That's why I do it 55 times. It does feel like it like shaves off edges slowly. But, it's like a 2%. Like weeks later, once like the afterglow, all that stuff wears off, you're like, oh, I'm still the same, but it has like shaved off a lot. Like the mushrooms,
it works your subconscious, really, and
it helped. The mushrooms helped for me realize how much. I didn't realize how neurotic I was. Like I always knew I wasn't like like not neurotic, but when I took those mushrooms, it was like the 5 grams. I like laid in bed, that whole thing, and kind of blindfolded and all that. And the day of, I was like picking out clothes, like, all right, I'm gonna like wear something comfortable. And there was like, I was looking in my closet and there was like stuff I had gotten a long time ago from Goodwill. And I would look at shirts. I'm like, that could be like a dead guy's shirt. And I was like, I'm not wearing that today. Like I didn't realize. And then when I did it, it was like, it just really just kind of like, I always tell people, it feels like there was like like your own frame of awareness is like a football helmet you can't take off. And it was just like, take it off. And I got to like look at it and I was like, dude, I'm fucking nuts. And then I was like, oh fuck. And then, but it was good. And then or I'd like wake up in the middle of the night to pee, and I'll just get like rushed with the most insane thoughts of like, I got to get back to bed right now if I don't fall back asleep. And it's like, it just kind of like deaded a lot of that stuff, that was like nice.
Yeah. So. And it's hard to, sometimes you'll feel like you've got the key to life. It's right there. I figured it out. And then literally like 2 seconds later, you forget what just happened. You forget.
Yeah.
Everything. It's amazing. You have the most incredible experience, and a day later you just can't remember anything.
Yeah, that's
a weird thing, but it does go into your subconscious.
That's true. And I do think it'll be nice. I've said this before, but it'll be nice for for people now who like have to confront death, you know what I mean? Like when you're getting older, it's like, yeah, like that's going to be a godsend. Cause before it was like, you just had to like smoke cigarettes and like watch TV. And that's like a really gritty way to like die. You know what I mean? To try to like contextualize your death and like come to peace with it. So yeah, I think that'll be a good thing for a lot of people.
I think that like, did you get this sense when you did psychedelics that like somehow this is where you're going, like after you die, like into this kind of dimension, or
no, I
that
mean,
it kind of would prepare you for.
I didn't get that feeling, honestly. I honestly, I just more so get stuff of like, you know, mine's more about like life, about like, this is just kind of what life is and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But but no, I've heard people say that with DMT, like, oh, like now I know, like.
It did feel like that with ayahuasca, that like somehow that I'd been to that place before, this weird dimension, that I've been there many, many times, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I do feel like that might be where you're headed, you know?
Yeah, that's plausible. I mean, I agree, man. That's the one thing of like just having some form of religious or spiritual sentiment, like whatever, sentimental. I don't even know the words. Sentiments is the word. Just having something to be like, I'm not going to die and rot in the ground for nothing. You know what I mean? Like my life is a meaningless. Like it's so bad for you. And I remember reading. I think it was Carl Jung was saying that like he had. I think that's how AA kind of started, where he met whatever the guy's name was, Bill W. And told the guy was like, dude, I've tried everything to get off alcohol. I don't know what to do. And he was like, yeah, dude, you're like 35. Like if you don't somehow come to grips with like some concept of God, you're toast. And he's like, every person I've ever worked with, that's kind of the X factor. If you're like 40 and you're like, I'm a staunch atheist. He's like, yeah, you're going to be depressed though. So
yeah,
good luck.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or some spirit, some creator, something. I mean, you know, I mean, we're here for some reason. I mean,
yeah, and it's,
you know, we're
well, it's funny. People like, that's just a childish superstition. It's like, I can face it by myself. It's like, fucking good luck, bro.
Yeah,
I can't, I can't handle that.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's cool, man. That's how long, when did you start doing, like, when did that kind of come into the mix?
I think actually during this process of making this film,
that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. But I've always been super scared of it because when I was like 12 years old, I smoked pot, you know, and I totally freaked out and thought I was crazy, and just like for a good 6 months, like I had a panic attack and was still like just in shock. It totally tuned me up, and I was just like, what the hell? You know, it was devastating. And so after that, for like 20 years, I was afraid to do anything. Like, wow, if pot, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so you went from like anything,
nothing for like, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, alcohol and stuff like that, but because, you know, weed was so like insane for me of an experience and shocking. And
what was the bug out like at 12? Because I used to smoke weed when I was younger, and I was chill.
Wow,
it was later.
Like, no, it was. I did do it one time and it was chill, and then I did it again, and I just completely lost it. Like, it was just like a panic attack. I wasn't prepared for the psychedelic aspect of it. I mean, it was just like really, you know, I did a lot of hits, you know, and just everything was like this, and I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going crazy, literally, for whatever. And it was so traumatizing that for months I was just like, is this real? What is going on? You know?
Yeah.
And no one knew like what to do. They thought I was like crazy.
And you couldn't tell your parents.
But I did tell them.
Did you really?
Because I was just like, you know, I need to go to the hospital. Like, this is
dang. What did they say?
Something's wrong with me. They had no idea what to do. I mean, gradually it's dissipated.
Yeah.
But I still never felt like my old self.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it really kind of tuned me up and made me feel like very vulnerable.
Yeah.
And
shit, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, and dang, that's crazy.
And so since that point, I was like very terrified of losing my mind, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, I gained enough courage, you know, in the last few years to like, you know, I was just so curious that I wanted to try it, and I kind of started to.
That must have been terrifying, then.
Like, absolute, like, and I think everybody's a little bit terrified of these, you know, these plant medicines or mushrooms because, you know, everyone's afraid of losing their mind, you know.
Yeah. True.
But I think part of it is that's what we kind of need to do. That this world is,
It's rough.
yeah.
I've been just for like, you know, was doing a podcast, you go, I should know like what's the top 10 news stories right now. And I've been like grokking being like, yo, hit me with the top 10 news stories.
Yeah.
So scary. Everything
Yeah,
you
I
read
know.
is like really bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, this is, you know, and it is funny. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, we should just get along, but it's like, there's gotta be something we can do. This is kind of nuts. When you read every story, it's just like, the technology's too good. We can't keep fighting. The technology's too strong. Get into like bioweapons, all this other shit. And it's like, dude, we gotta be nice. That's literally we're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, we're all gonna die in like a hot, nasty flash, and it's gonna be pretty sad.
And going back to the movie, I mean, you know, I guess what I learned was that a lot of these indigenous prophecies kind of were all saying the same thing. So for the past like thousands of years, they've been saying, you know, at this time, the world would be going through incredibly difficult place, like cataclysmic kind of things, and that it will be in such a bad place that, you know, we're going to really need indigenous wisdom. Go back to the original, they call it the original order, go back to the origins, you know, of indigenous wisdom and connection to the earth that we're going to need to basically save ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, part of that is connection to the earth, listening to all what's going on, and then behaving in the right way. I don't know. It's
I mean, it's fair. Especially when we're gonna run out of water. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
3/4 of the it's all water.
Yeah.
Fucking use it up. But yeah, that's I mean, the thing that freaks me out is I think human beings need a cataclysm. If you're not going to like completely like rock your socks with psychedelics, it's like, well, reality is going to reach a fever pitch so hard that like it's either going to be like a plague. You know, COVID was like a minor, that was like a little bit, but like, I mean, it's nothing like, you know, like the Black Death in Europe. That was like a real kind of rock your socks moment. COVID was like scary, but, you know, it wasn't like, you know, a ton of kids dying. It was still like the elderly, which is like, you know, sucks, but it's not like as gripping, I would say, as like every, you know, 10th kid fucking dying, which is like, maybe we'll never have that again because of medicine. But yeah, it's I do worry that humans need another big old cataclysm to kind of like be like, all right. And that, I think now, like, God knows what that could look like. If it's not a natural disaster, if it's like a man-made cataclysm, that could be rough.
Yeah.
And it's for like, for what? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, the reality is definitely getting weirder and weirder, you know, right now.
Yeah.
In the world, it's just an understanding reality, understanding, you know, what to believe. You know, that's kind of, these are big themes in my movie too, is just what stories do we choose to believe? What do we believe in this kind of chaos, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
it's true. Yeah. I just read the news now and I just prayed none of this is true. I hope it's all fake. I hope it's staged to scare me. That's like best case scenario. Then you look at it like, no, these are probably a bunch of psychos fighting, and, you know, so
yeah,
we shall see. But Gabe, thank you, brother.
Thank
you,
man.
And dude, definitely go check out the movie. It's called The Man Who Saves the World? ? And it's, dude, I'm telling you, I liked it so much. As soon as I watched it, I was talking to Brandon. I was like, dude, this shit was awesome. Where'd you get this? So you did a theater run in it, right? You released it in theaters?
Yeah, so we're still in theaters. We're doing basically like a tour, like a comedy tour. We're basically, you know, been all over the country, and, you know, so at the end of the month, we're doing 4 cities. You know, we're doing San Francisco on the 27th, and then Oakland on the 28th, and then Boulder on the 30th.
This is January?
Aspen, January.
Okay, nice. And then from there, what are the plans? Just keep
so we're kind of building, you know, this grassroots, you know, brand, you know, audience swelling, and then ultimately, you know, it'll be more widely available. But
cool.
Yeah, so we're out there getting the word out and doing these theatrical events.
Nice. What do you have? Do you have anything down the pipe, or
we're going to be in Austin, by the way, February 26th.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Nice, man. Do you have any other projects you want to work on? Or
you know, I'm so focused on just taking care of this that it's kind of my main focus right now is just making sure that this is released well, and then yeah, I've got a bunch of other things I'm sort of thinking about.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, dude, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, dude.
Of course.